thanks for listening, and welcome to Offcast, I guess is what we're going with.
Nocturnal Contingent.
No, we're not calling
Okay,
it.
it's Offcast, but a branch of Off Target Studios, our indie company, or some of our indie company, for mobile game making and future endeavors.
Studio and Friends.
Studio and Friends, sure, we can go with that.
Yeah.
My name's Hunter, I guess, and I'm the deputy director for Off Target Studios. Does everyone laugh?
Wow, fancy title.
Let me tell you something about the deputy director here. Well, we can just go around in a circle and everyone...
I am Alex. I am the team lead animator on this project.
You mean the freelance work?
Freelance work. Unpaid,
and also the
unpaid.
only one.
the unpaid intern.
I am Jerry, and I was kicked off the Off Target Studios.
By yourself.
He saw himself out.
I saw. No, I didn't.
I'll see myself out.
You'll see later.
Jesus Christ.
I am Alyssa, and I guess I'm the and friends part of it. I don't
Sure.
There you go.
know. Not part of the.
I'm Nathan.
Part 1 of 2.
I put my resignation in
Yeah.
too, like Jerry.
Yeah.
I can say the words. So
What?
Resignation.
Resignation.
You just
Here
dissolved
we
into
go.
the
Just keep
shadows.
going.
yeah,
Into the shadow
I'm still
realm.
part of the company.
Kind of.
Maybe
In
No.
the future?
this makes it big.
You'll be the next unpaid intern.
Alright, I'm Matt, and I'm the director of Off Target Studios.
Is that
Wow.
All right,
That's
nice
it.
and simple.
That's all I got.
That's all he has.
Right.
We know who the
Submit.
unfunny
He's
one
the big
is.
funny guy over here.
Well, I'm Bridget. I'm an artist. And that's it.
And wife of the director.
Yeah.
What about
That's the
Ken?
official title.
What about
Wife
Cave
of the
guy.
director.
Wife of the
Lead
director.
cave designer.
the cave designer?
Well,
He's
at
not
a
here.
future date, we'll consider bringing in people that are,
Good at
2,000
drawing caves?
miles away.
Yes, we have out-of-state
Out-of-state
contractors
employees,
who
Could draw
will
caves.
not be here
yeah.
for this.
And of course, our good friend Brad,
Yeah.
the one who declined
Would you like to
do
say
this.
hello, Brad?
Lead boy, Brad.
Excellent. Nice to meet you.
Smell
He's
you
just
later.
shrugging his shoulders.
He knows we're talking about him.
Jesus Christ. All right, well, our goals, I guess, as a company is to eventually make some pretty decent mobile games, games that go on Steam.
PC, we're starting on
Yeah.
mobile for as a warm-up session, but our main platform will hopefully be PC games.
Down the road. We're not quite there yet. We're pretty infantile, I guess, in our skills. So
Yes.
we're growing
And
as a company
mentality.
right now.
In mentality. Wow.
Oh.
What?
Do you know what that means?
You have to describe your facial expressions. So
No,
What we-
they get with the
what are we,
pauses.
Elkhorn
You
now?
also have to describe your facial hair, too.
Lack thereof. And then with this podcast, I guess we were just trying to do something intermittently and something that we thought would be interesting to get the insight of our development and our group of friends.
We're expanding into multimedia.
Yeah.
For no reason.
Yeah, no real reason.
buy our
Boredom.
games.
Yeah. And advertising.
Yeah, no, I
Hopefully you like
this
it.
is just
I
a
don't know.
giant, don't lie, this is just a giant advertisement.
Alright, onto our games. You guys feel free to comment on them. Backstock Hustle.
Woo! Yeah!
The first game that we ever made.
Yay!
What a
Game of the
smashing
year.
success.
When are you going to come out with Game of the Year edition? Because
Whenever it hits 253 downloads. Because we're not there yet.
We'll get there,
Do you
man.
want to give us some voice samples of
No,
your
God, no.
voice acting?
Very simplistic game, Matt. I mean, do you have anything? I mean, that was just our first game. We were trying to get our foot in the door, I guess.
So the game is just you take the role of a retail employee working in the back room of a store, and this is based off our real life experiences. Most of the people on this offcast right now, we all work together at an unknown location.
Yeah.
This is Off Target Studios. Anyway,
Completely unrelated.
Yeah.
unrelated.
Just
So all you
coincidental
do is
gaming.
a box pops up, and you gotta match the numbers, color, or box shape, and tap it in a certain amount of time. Put away so many boxes, and you have coworkers and bosses that come and interrupt your flow and block you from doing your job, just like real life. And then they give you some little quips, try to throw some comedy in there.
Attempted comedy.
Attempted comedy.
It's funny.
We got some decent
laughed.
feedback. Some people thought it was funny, but I don't know
I
what
like
kind
the
of...
voices more than
My
that.
favorite
Yeah.
review is the guy who said, "I thought this was supposed to be a story-based."
Based on a...
Yeah, based on our lives.
1 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, he killed us on that one. Well, that was my fault, because I pushed the game into something that they were expecting something completely different, and the guy was just confused.
Somebody
by
made a
what I meant.
review, really?
Leave us
We
on a
got
watch
some
review.
reviews. We got some random
We got some
reviews.
good
Yeah.
We did, yeah.
Yeah, they were okay.
It did well on the place's subreddit that we're not going to mention.
Oh.
Oh, right.
The
Well,
official subreddit of
no, that was just retail in general, I
retailer.
thought.
Yeah, let's
No, it was specific.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, anyway, it
that's
did
where
well
we got
there. That's probably where we got a majority of
I don't even use Reddit.
our views and interests from.
That's why you live in a cave.
You don't use Reddit?
Everyone uses Reddit.
He uses iFunny. It's just no words, just stupid pictures.
You don't use Reddit. I use
He
Reddit,
uses
Jerry.
like
I don't know how to
Like-
read.
I mean,
That's fair.
It's an everyday
I
struggle.
guess,
It's called
I
Reddit.
guess we'll move on. Then.
No.
Reading it for you.
Oh, okay.
Attempt-
Read it to me. Read the outline to me.
He needs like a look at.
Is that one?
Is there pictures?
Then
There pictures.
Then
Is
he'll
there
Yeah, there are no pictures.
Why not?
I'll take the
you
tour.
gotta get him a
Bridget,
coloring
you gotta start
section.
drawing some pictures for the outlines.
I can't believe and all the shit you give me for being borderline
I don't
retarded
give-
when it comes to
I don't give you
technology.
anything. Are you
Well, I guess
kidding?
that's not you so much.
What?
I mean, I do. But
Yeah.
I just make fun of you.
You're with the rest
sometimes
of us
at work
now.
whenever you do stupid stuff. That's about it. You're always attacking me for no freaking reason.
Yeah,
There's usually reason behind
No,
it.
it's nobody. I come back. Hey, Hunter, where the fuck are you bringing me? And then you just
I mean,
yell
I
it,
guess
and I get all
Hey,
discouraged.
It's somewhat
Okay,
unjustified, but
dude.
it hasn't been like.
Language, man. Come on.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, this is
All right. Anyway, so Backstock
Okay,
Hustle was.
fuck off.
I don't want to call it.
head and under
I don't want
Do
to
you
call
want me
it
to start
failure.
screaming?
But,
No, Nate.
with a game.
yeah, it was our first
No.
game. It was a.
It was the first
shot.
game. We
Yeah.
weren't really
I didn't even
dedicated to
play
the
it.
idea of investing more and more time into it or trying necessarily to advertise beyond what we actually thought its capability was.
Right.
It was a good first project.
Learning.
We got to
experience.
learn
Yeah.
exactly. We
Well,
learned the
learning.
entire process from building this game.
A slow,
and
slow
launching
burn
it.
it is.
And who were
Yeah.
quitters and who weren't quitters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And who were kind of quitters.
Who was
Well, that being
studio
said,
news
we are.
friends?
Yeah.
Who were
That,
weasels.
that being said, we are by no means experts when it comes to games, and we just. I don't know. We're doing this to just have a dialogue with each other and conversations about stuff.
We're like average Joe. People could probably relate to us pretty easily. Because
Maybe.
Maybe not
we're all
you.
kind of new.
Yeah.
So,
If they have man
if they're
buns.
new as well.
Man buns. Oh, yeah.
What's
Yeah,
wrong
you
with
have to
that?
have a man bun.
Hey, we're not giving out
Unrelatable.
personal information.
Yeah,
They're gonna
now
find
they
me
can
now.
hunt me down.
Well, they're gonna
I don't like
they're
that.
gonna Google everybody with man buns. So who's a game developer with
All right,
man buns?
we have a new project coming through the pipeline. I don't know how much information we can give right now, but
It's a
We're-
game.
yeah, it's a
No.
game.
You
It's a
play
game,
it?
and it's a game that I think we're more excited about. It definitely has more potential than Backstock Hustle.
More potential.
What? More potential?
It sounded like you said potential.
You can't read.
Anyways.
Yeah.
I can't read. You
All
can't
right, edit
speak.
that out. We're gonna
Edit guy. Edit that out.
That's
What?
No, this is a joke we're gonna have. We're gonna
Oh,
tell him
edit-
to,
edit guy,
we're gonna
yeah.
tell him to edit stuff in, and he's not gonna do it. But hopefully he edits me
I
explaining.
want you
that
to
out,
add
so
a
it'll be
dancing
funny.
elephant.
All right, so enough about us personally. We'll move on to us as gamers, our favorite games, and why we like them. And I'm pretty sure we're going to get some mixed reviews on everybody's
Madden
favorite games.
15. That's yours.
No,
That's the hockey.
Game of the
NHL.
year, Madden 17.
Right.
Madden's hockey simulator.
Hockey simulator.
What a game.
Yours
Goat
is Halo
Simulator.
Theft
There are
Auto.
plenty of Maddens that played in the NHL. It's possible.
What?
Maddens. Not John Madden.
John Madden. John Madden. John Madden. Football.
He just
No,
has all the games.
You've already went past our fan base there, Hunter.
Yeah, was that too far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I don't even know who
Too-
John
too
Madden
much
is.
sports,
Is
man.
he some football guy?
Can we call up Doomer and have
He's
him
dead.
like
Yeah.
laugh at your
Oh, yeah.
sports
Yeah, let's get the
Yeah.
actual radio guy.
Yeah, let's get that guy who's actually used to get paid for this.
Maybe eventually. He'll probably replace you.
Oh, thank you.
All right, you can go first, Alex.
You might be able to read.
Put me on the spot here. It's not World of Warcraft,
Oh,
first
shit.
of all.
Thank you.
Thank God.
I might have said that.
That'll be yours.
What?
So it depends on how we define our favorite. A game that I'm most fond of is a PlayStation 1 game called Brave Fencer Musashi.
Holy shit.
And that
What?
See, now, yeah,
consumed
wait,
my
wait,
life.
before you even start,
Japanese crap
you have
outta
some
here.
pretty... casual standard gamers here, and then you said, what did you say?
The guys who play hockey.
Brave Fencer.
Kobayashi?
Kobayashi.
Musashi.
Yeah,
That's my
Brave
kill.
Fencer Kobayashi. What you do is you instead of fighting demons, you just eat a bunch of hot dogs. You try to get real fat. There's like a meteor coming,
It's
and
an
you gotta bounce it off of your stomach to
It's
save
an
the
RPG.
planet. Yeah,
You're like Big Hero
Hot-
Kobayashi.
hot dog RPG. Yeah,
I mean,
it's pretty good.
all right. What is it? What do you actually do in this game?
You play as a swordsman, and you get a magic sword, and you kill shit, and you save a village.
Holy shit, that's original.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even have anything to. I mean, I guess that's
It's
good for
pretty
you.
good.
Yeah, Hunter.
Those, all three of you guys that know what I'm talking about.
What makes this game so
They
big
know.
for you? Like what?
It was just,
There you go.
it was at a point in my life where I was just an impressionable child,
Yeah, sure.
and I just was a hermit also. I didn't have any
Like a hermit
friends.
crab?
So
True,
I just
true
played.
gamer as
Yeah,
a
so I
child.
just-
yeah.
What is the
Explain.
definition of a hermit? Hermit.
just staying inside and not going outside.
I usually think of like an old person when I think of hermit.
Like
I mean,
Master Race.
I was an
So you're like
old,
an
young
old
person.
young person.
Yeah, right,
A
exactly.
young old person.
Benjamin Button could just play the shit out of
He
Kobayashi.
He did look like an old
Simulator.
grandma with his curly hair that one time.
All right, well, give us. Are we familiar with any other ones besides whatever the hell
I
that
mean,
was?
the WoW thing was a joke. It's kind of okay,
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, you played it.
Yeah.
You still play it.
Yeah,
Years.
I do, but that's just because it's like familiar. If I ever want to like
like a-
game in a familiar place, I'll go back to it.
Yeah, but it still holds a soft spot for you.
It
I know
does.
it does.
Yeah.
It's like a drug.
Even with
Even if
every,
I hate it, I'll still
with
go back
every
to it.
shit patch they come out
Yeah.
with. This sucks. I'll
yeah.
do the rage.
It's a
remake.
drug. It's literally a drug.
Well,
It's a game
it's
that you keep
I just-
coming back
mostly
to.
the social aspect.
Okay,
Because there are people you can talk to, just like when we were doing our ESO thing for a while.
right.
It's fun to just play with your friends, and that's what these bozos are for.
Until it gets competitive, Matt can relate to that because most of our gaming sessions, whenever we play it together, I'm sure you guys, us,
No, we just let
it
Nate-
is social until you get into a PvP setting, and then it just turns into just boiling rage for some
Right,
people
I
in
am
here.
so calm during this.
Rage-
Hey,
All right, but that's fair. I
I
mean,
got the
wow,
Mountain Dew rages.
I'm guessing you're gonna
Oh,
Go
well,
down the
you
same
probably
path.
know what game I'm going to say.
Andromeda.
No. But, yes, it would have to be the Mass Effect franchise.
Yeah, that's fair.
I've all three of them, actually. They're just so good. I just love the story-based game.
See,
Potential
I-
spoiler warning.
See, I missed
He
that
can't control
because
I'm
it
not going to
wasn't-
say any spoilers.
It wasn't
we'll
on.
see.
It wasn't on PlayStation, right?
No, it
only
was.
came out on-
I think actually it might be on PlayStation. I don't know. I played it on
Not now.
Xbox
That was an
360.
Xbox
I got it.
exclusive.
It's on PlayStation 3 and 4, I think.
Are you sure?
Oh, or
I'm
3.
pretty- I thought it was
It might be
Xbox
on
I thought it was
exclusive.
Xbox, yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure.
Check that.
I know Mass Effect
check.
3.
Hey, editor guy,
Fact
help
check
us out
that.
here. Look it up.
Anyways, when I first played it, I only played for like 4 hours, and then I just stopped because I thought it was like the dumbest thing ever. I couldn't get past the running animations, and the game got a little confusing for me. And
Yeah, you're playing Andromeda.
No, I was playing
They're
Mass
literally
Effect.
attempting
No,
to
this is
shit
Mass
down
Effect
a
1.
latex suit as they run.
No, but like this is Mass Effect 1. Now, whenever I first played it, I didn't have the attention span to actually sit down and pay attention to the story,
So
the
go
character
in.
development. So I kind of just gave up on it. But I came back to it like 2 years or 3 years later or whatever.
A little maturity.
Yeah, and I actually sat
Fuzz
down.
on your nose.
Well,
huh?
no, I had to play a game, but I had no internet connection, so I had to play single player games. So I played Mass Effect, and I actually sat through. I looked up all the codexes. I listened to all the dialogue to it, and it was
I can
good.
respect that. I
It
mean,
was
some
actually
people-
a really good game, and like
Yes.
immediately after I beat it, Mass Effect 2 was already out and been out for a while. So I went and picked that up, and I just got soaked into that. Like, I mean, Andromeda's okay, but
We'll get into that later.
It's getting better, but
We'll-
like,
Air
we'll
quotes,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, but also to touch on what Alex said, World of Warcraft. That is,
Yeah.
if you're gonna talk about games that he played growing up and consistently, it's always been WoW too. I think by far, I guess my favorite is because I've quit WoW 4 times and I still end up going back
Yeah,
to it every
but
single
okay,
time.
but what's the allure? Is it just the nostalgia? I know you two over there play it, Nate and Alyssa.
It's definitely what Alex said. It's definitely the social aspect of it.
Yeah,
'cause
but you
it's
could
like,
you could do that with any other
But no,
type
but
of
this
game like
this
that.
game.
it's more in depth. Like with there's just so many people that play this game.
I think it's so
And
long standing
Yeah,
too.
and
Yeah.
there's so many different people. Like
Yeah, but that
different
doesn't
And
types
there's,
of
and
people
there's
that
so
make
much
it
to
great.
do all the
It's,
time.
it's also
Great.
like
It's
the
one of
amount
the
of people
first.
you can
A
play.
community.
One of the
The amount of
first,
people you can play
Oh,
with.
MMOs.
Oh, it's legendary in the fact that what it it stuck a flag post in the ground and moved on from there. It definitely did that.
You know,
but has it truly expanded
if
upon
I didn't-
that stuff?
if
And
I
I'm not an
didn't
MMO
play
guy,
it-
but
If I didn't play it as a kid, I probably wouldn't be playing it.
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
It's
I
definitely
have so
Yeah.
much time spent
Right.
to it that it's like I feel like it would be a waste if I didn't.
All in
keep
vain.
playing it.
But I'm
Yeah,
different
right.
than that.
all
I
this
didn't
battle
start-
for the horde is in vain if I don't keep doing it.
They're gonna lose.
It's definitely in a descent. The game is definitely losing numbers.
Yeah,
but
it's the subs to it aren't too high because a lot of people don't like the changes. A lot of the people who are nostalgic about it don't like the changes to it.
See, that's always
But
the
it
double-edged
has-
sword
has-
of video games. It's,
Yeah.
it's if they don't change, everyone's like, oh, this is the same exact
And then-
thing.
yeah,
But
then
if it
it
does,
does-
it's
if
like,
they
why
do
isn't it like the old
Yeah, like Call of Duty.
idiot gamers, man?
No, but
There's
like
no happy medium.
but the social aspect of it is just I have yet to see another game where you could have up to 30 to 40 people of all people you may know as friends being able to play at the same exact time.
Orma.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
game that actually
We'll
works.
get to you later.
Or game that actually
Oh, it
works.
works.
I don't
Oh,
play
no.
games
Just beyond-
without shotguns.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I can't short range anybody, so I'm out.
yeah, there's no shotgun games. The
Battlefield.
game's
Can you
bad.
knife people?
Right.
I don't care if there's mods for shotguns in this game. If it's not built
Mods for
into the
everything.
game by the developers, I
Can
don't
I
care.
can
There's
I
a
fight
mod
against a
that-
raptor that's glitched into a stairwell?
Yeah,
Yes,
you-
you
you've
can
never seen
actually.
Whoa!
You've never seen raptors move like this.
Oh man.
Like
Realistic
fucking fighter
raptor.
jets.
It's like they.
They're coming.
It's like they
It's like
hired a
classic-
raptor.
It's like
to
classic
motion track.
Turok,
yeah.
just put into a first-person shooter. Well, I guess Turok was a first-person shooter, anyways.
Turok was a blast, dude.
Yeah, but like,
It's Turok as a first-person shooter.
oh,
Wow. You
Yeah, they
just
have the
like,
bow and
shit.
everything.
Oh,
The
yeah.
poison tips.
Okay.
Raptors
How about
just
Liz?
vomiting at will.
Moving on. Moving on.
What were you?
Off
On?
track.
You started WoW late. What's,
I did.
What's your
I started
story?
WoW late, but I think I keep
Oh, your
coming
WoW's
back.
pregnant.
Right?
9 months.
I just feel like there's so much to do. Like you can't be bored. You can be overwhelmed. I think is the thing that makes me not want to play all the time.
And a lot of people.
Yeah, I don't like playing with a ton of people either.
Yeah, but some people don't like that total freedom. Some people like that just the straight and narrow. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I think that's what the
concentrated.
overwhelming
Yeah.
part is. Like, you can literally just log in, and there could be just hundreds of things to do, and
Yeah.
you don't know where to start.
And you just get overwhelmed.
And then you just log off.
and then I log off.
Yeah.
And log off.
Or you say the,
I'm
you say
in
the main
Panama.
story, staring at your item, like, yeah, I look cool. And you just log off and go play Battlefield Andromeda.
Just give yourself a half chump just to log off.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Man,
yeah.
looks
Yeah,
sick.
look at that
I'm
weapon.
outta here.
Look at this weapon. Oh, this is awesome. I'm better than everybody
I
else.
sure hope somebody whispers me and compliments me on my gear.
That happens to me.
Oh
all the time.
well.
It's only on my mouse.
The money pumped into the mouse.
Just for the record, Mass Effect became multi-platform after the first game.
Yeah, so yeah.
First
right,
game, I
like,
think,
so like I
was
said,
360
I think
and
two,
PC.
yeah,
I
2
didn't know
and
that.
3.
And then
I think
Extended.
I think I was
whenever-
too much of a douche to really dive into that. I was
Well,
still
they
like,
made
just
it-
Call of Duty,
they made Mass
and
Effect-
NHL, and Madden.
They made Mass Effect 1 for
What was
Steam,
that?
but I don't know, like
What's the
the
N64
controls
games
on it
that
on
we
the computer
played?
and stuff.
NFL Blaze or
Oh
something?
no, Blitz.
Oh,
Blitz.
Blitz!
Oh my
Oh,
God.
the N64.
420 Blaze.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Blitz.
Tyler lost
Oh,
that
yeah.
game for me. I was dominating.
Yeah,
and then
I
he
was-
and
I was
then
the
Tyler
MVP.
threw
Let's be
6
honest
straight
here.
interceptions to
I'm
you.
the MVP because every team
They
I
would
was
just fucking
on,
body
I won.
slam
Yeah,
every
the
single
best part
person,
was
right?
after you touchdown and you just tackle
The
each other.
button
It's a
slam.
classic.
Oh god,
Not related to reality at all.
No.
it is the best game
Right.
ever. We should all just say Blitz is our best
Yeah.
game.
Good stuff. Good stuff. The Mass Effect thing, back to that, is whenever I jumped into it, at least on PC, the controls were so.
Yeah.
You
They
gotta
had,
get-
like-
you actually gotta
they
get
had, like,
honestly,
cover. Jump over.
Oh, that was
all,
the third
everything
one. The
set
one
to
that we played.
space bar.
The first one I
Thing
tried to
is
play, it's even worse than that. I did. I could.
well,
I immediately was just like, this game.
you have to use a controller.
Goodbye.
Same
Uninstall.
thing.
Yeah.
Use a
Same thing.
controller. Use,
Yeah, you need it.
but
Oh, that's probably good.
the keyboard import to it is pretty bad. But like as a controller,
Yeah, EA doesn't have the money to fix that.
Well, yeah,
Alright.
no, it's Alyssa's turn still.
Oh, are you still going on WoW?
No,
Wait,
no, that's not my favorite.
Yeah,
game.
you just
Oh.
off track.
You know
of
what
the
your favorite
thing.
game
What a
is.
blatant strike at
What's your favorite
GTA?
game?
No.
No.
Battletoads.
Well,
Almost.
I am a Rockstar fangirl, but I would say Red Dead Redemption.
Ooh, yes.
That's my favorite. And I feel like it's my favorite because I have such a relationship with my dad with it. Like, when I moved 4 hours away from home, we would have father-daughter date nights where I would get on FaceTime on my laptop, and he would have the iPad, and so we could see each other, and then we would play online together. And it just became
That's
a
pretty.
thing. Yeah.
I love playing video games with our dad, right, dude?
Oh, no.
Nate?
Oh, is it my turn?
No one's gonna argue with
Yeah.
that.
With
Wait,
Red Dead?
can I say something? I never played Red Dead. All right, moving on.
Neither did I. So
Okay.
Yeah.
There's
Jesus
cowboys
Christ.
in it.
And
I've
oddly
played it
enough,
for, like,
I am so
2
excited
hours.
for.
For Red Dead 2.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I hope there's
I know
train
enough of-
heists. You heard it here first, folks.
And
Train heists. It's
Everybody
gonna be a
knows
thing.
that's coming. So just
Yeah.
you're not.
GTA.
You're not
Started
breaking
the-
any.
yeah.
any-
Okay.
If you
Yeah,
say you're
shut
first,
up
you're
now.
first. That's how that works.
Right.
If you ain't first,
This guy
you're
broke the
last.
news on Offcast, Off Target Studios podcast.
Not
www.offtargetstudios.com.
WordPress.
Is that what it is?
Nah.
Backslash we rule.
Yeah. Hashtag YOLO.
Okay, Nick,
What?
go ahead, bud.
So probably like the 2 biggest games for me.
Say it, Nate.
Shut up.
Halo 2, definitely.
Oh,
Multiplayer Halo 2.
Shit.
Like that was a big turning point.
I
Like,
used to have Halo.
because me and my dad, that's like what we played too. Going off like
Yeah.
what Alyssa said.
I can't
Like,
wait to talk about my dad.
Throw me the
That's
ball,
gonna be a
Dad.
short story.
but like,
Oh. Gotta get deep, Bridget.
like that multiplayer alone was just like some of the best like gameplay I ever had. I made some pretty amazing friends on that, and like it carried on into Halo 3, which I mean it was good, but not as great. But yeah, it was a great game. And then I think the second one is Legend. No, it's not WoW. man.
Legend of Zelda.
Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah.
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker.
Oh man.
But
Ocarina of
that was like
Time.
one of the first
So good.
games I got on GameCube,
Man, you're tickling
and
Matt's
that it
wiener.
was the music, just the art
Mark seems like he was
style,
paying.
just everything about that game was amazing. Like and it still carries over to now. Like it's like it just translates so well through time.
Yeah, how do you play that game too, right?
No, okay. Well, something about me is I don't know, maybe I was just
It's
late to
like-
the entire video game world, but I missed out on a lot of
Yeah,
that
he was
stuff.
tackling people.
Hey,
with
the best
hockey.
way to put it, it's like a dumbed down version of Witcher for you,
Right.
but just even bigger. Like just like sailing through the world was just intense, and just the music, like the ocean theme, traveling through the world.
See,
That's
I'm
great.
I'm dedicated to the thought that Link and Zelda is purely, and now nothing against Breath of the Wild because I heard that's amazing, but that's all nostalgia based because everybody loved it when they were growing up. Now it's just like, oh, another Zelda. This is what I did when I was a kid. It's what I did when I was a teacher, and I'm doing
It
it
was
now.
freaking hard for me when I was a kid. Like, I had to have
I'm
my,
not-
I had to have
I'm
my
not-
cousin
I'm just-
help me beat a couple bosses, but it,
Yeah, it's because you're
the game.
new, so it's okay.
Oh shit!
Well,
But
they-
I also remember getting scared too. There's a lot of parts in that actually scared me in Ocarina of Time. Like whenever you go, like you pull the sword out and you walk into the town, and then there's a bunch of zombies everywhere. I was terrified.
Spoilers.
Creepy.
Spoilers. People play freaking.
Jeez.
I haven't played.
What, you think a 6-year-old's gonna listen to this?
Maybe.
That's
They
a
sh-
target
they sh-
audience.
They shouldn't be.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah, man.
I mean, at least like Zelda, I know like the new one, it seems like they added a whole bunch of stuff. So it's not like it's
Well, I
the
think-
same like Madden 2013, Madden 2014.
No, I'm not saying it's like that.
It
I'm
seems
just-
like they're adding
there's-
more to
There's
keep
something
Call
about like
of
this,
Zelda
this
2017.
There's something about like childish charm with the game that everybody just still falls in love with that I missed the boat
It's
on.
not childish
Yeah.
charm. You're literally
I mean, I
cutting
agree with
the
that.
pings with swords
I
and
bought.
stuff.
No, he's
Yeah, but
talking
it's-
about nostalgia, not
That's
Oh, okay.
yeah.
It's kind of like my Brave Fencer Musashi. It's kind of like Zelda and Link.
Pukaki, yes.
Yeah. Blur that out. That's
another
gross.
another classic.
Oh, bouquet.
Pixelated. All right, go ahead, Matt.
There's so many games. I mean, I was just looking through my Steam library to figure out what would I even rate as a
With
top
the
game.
two installed ones, or
Yes, two.
Yeah, there's three.
According
there
to my
is only 2 games installed.
Oh, man.
What a
There's
loser.
only one.
what
Man,
is
your
what is
list-
Only one?
Rainbow Six Siege.
Your
That's
list
it.
is
Wow.
really
No,
cute.
you have Witcher installed.
Nope.
No.
That's
He
it's just
uninstalled it.
It's just
highlighted.
highlighted.
Post.
Oh.
See that install button?
Wow.
Neither none.
what
Man.
what an adult.
Okay.
Matt
So
has like
I'll come from-
has like a MySpace top 10, but with his Steam games, and he only has like one of them installed at a time.
Because it's top.
Well, no,
this is number
it's
one
a-
now,
it's
so
a
all
top-
the other ones are
It's a top 10
garbage.
with 4 games. in it.
Right, exactly.
All right, I don't see a problem here. But
So
I'll come from two fronts. The nostalgia, just back in the day type games. You guys mentioned some really good ones, but one that really stands out to me was the Metroid Prime series, which I don't know how many of you actually
I have
played.
GameCube,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
one?
GameCube
Yeah.
one, yeah.
Those
I remember
games were
taking
very.
pictures
The
and shit.
aesthetic was just awesome. The music fit perfectly. There's a lot of puzzle solving elements. A lot of what the hell am I supposed to do now type things. And that game for me was just
And trusting
Very
the
good.
gamer to make the right decision, not hand holding all the way through the fucking game.
right.
Ugh.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I think
It wasn't too linear considering it's the
Well, I'm
time
not
period
saying like
it was released.
it's like okay, now we have to. I mean, everything in games now seems like it's literally right in front
Very
of your face.
hand-holdy.
Oh,
yeah.
nightmare.
That game though was the only thing I didn't like about it was kind of what he's saying. Like it wasn't. There's no like designated objective. Once you beat a certain part to get to the last boss, I don't want to spoil it, but you had to do like Alex said, you had to take pictures of these runes to get information or something, and it was like really confusing. And you had to go back to hundreds of places you've already been, and you had to find the exact.
Well, okay. Did it tell you in the beginning that was a priority?
No,
it didn't tell you
it
anything.
didn't tell you a single thing. And then it said, "Oh, you're not hunt. You have to hunt something." If I remember correctly, I don't actually remember 100%, but yeah, you had to do something like that to get to the actual prime boss.
I recall.
And then the
it not
boss
being-
was actually really hard too. Like you had to, but the gameplay was actually really fun. I agree with that. Like it stood out, especially for GameCube. You got like that and Animal Crossing.
Wind Waker.
yeah. So what's
Well,
better?
I guess I'll play this one.
Yeah. Oh, this or Animal Crossing at the time.
Oh
you have a
man,
second one?
I just thought Freedom Fighters.
Oh,
I don't think-
remember Freedom
Freedom
Fighter.
Fighter.
What a great
PlayStation 2.
game back in the day. That game was just
How,
amazing.
how
for
far
me.
have we fallen?
Seriously, just run around New York. The Russians have invaded. It's a whole Red Dawn scenario going on.
So you
Let's
played
keep the old
Patrick-
Wolverine.
Patrick
Yeah.
Swayze.
You
You're
play-
picking up Jennifer Grey in Times Square. It's an incredible thing.
Blow up a tank and yell Wolverines.
The movie Dirty
Perfect.
Dawn.
But more recently, obviously, The
Dance
Witcher.
your way through those
The Witcher
Russians.
3
Yeah.
was
Is that even
definitely.
installed?
No.
I
You
beat
didn't
it.
have enough
I beat-
space.
You
you
beat the
And-
entirety of
and
the
the
DLC
DLC.
and the game. I haven't even done that.
Every single
And I'm a
quest.
No,
Witcher
he hasn't
4.
done.
Okay, I didn't
he hasn't
100%.
done New Game Plus. That's where the real
Oh,
fun
okay.
is.
Yeah,
I'm
what a
not.
loser.
I'm not a 100%er type person. I want to get through a game. I want to enjoy the storyline and the bulk of it. I kind of like the idea of not 100%ing it. So, like a bunch of people might have different, missions that they actually did. So you can talk about, oh, well, this happened to me, and you can be like, wow, I didn't even encounter that type stories. So I normally don't 100% anything because that to me is just too tedious. Not
that would
type
be
of
a
gamer.
vast endeavor. To
Yeah, it's like
100%
shooting Conrad
finish
in the
that.
foot.
Yeah, who does that kind of
I've
stuff?
never shot Conrad in the foot.
What a loser!
But
no,
yeah,
you can't fault. That game's amazing.
Yeah, the storytelling was super gripping. Just the characters made me want to stay and revisit that game, and felt super empty whenever you beat the main boss and the main storyline. It was just because most of the characters you can't really meet up again and talk to or anything, so it's just like,
Yeah,
oh well, shit.
I've long awaited.
I
this
think
moment.
that reason's why I cling to MMOs so much, because there's no real end, so you never get that like empty feeling of you getting almost to the end. You know, the old stuff is always you can always go back to. You're always familiar with that kind of stuff.
Hey, like, wow.
Yeah, but I mean, there's
That's what he was.
storylines that are always added to, and then
Right.
like that had an end essentially. Well, not anymore with The Witcher 4 borderline being announced, but I don't know.
The
Can't fault
character's
those
like,
ones.
Single
the
player
character's
games
like
are always
80 years
more
old or something. He's like an old man. Is he going to be the same character?
Geralt
Yeah.
Jerry,
You want to try again?
How old is he? Geralt? I didn't say Jerry.
doesn't matter. He's like superhuman.
He's not human. He's
it's a mutant.
He's a witch.
Spoilers,
Or-
dude.
which are
Yeah.
Oh.
He's a wereskeever.
Bjorn
Yeah,
Skeever.
like-
Bjorn
He
Skeeverborn.
was bit by a
Skyrim was a close second.
I was gonna
I
say
thought you
no
were
one's
gonna
gonna
say
say Skyrim.
No,
Yeah.
you are.
It was in there. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say
Okay.
Tomb Raider.
Spoilers, guys.
Better
Look
game
forward
than
to
Witcher.
it.
No,
Tomb Raider.
I have a two-parter on this as well, but my first one is Legend of the Dragoon for PS1. I don't know if anybody's
remember
ever
that
played
one.
it.
I have never
Remember that one?
What's that one?
It's an RPG. But the thing that made that so great was the battle system. Because instead of just like picking the attack that you wanted to do during next turn, you had to do a series of timed attacks to execute it perfectly. And I haven't played a game like that ever since. And the characters were good. The art was great for the time.
PS1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually
Blockbuster had it all.
re-downloaded it
Oh, man.
for
Big
PlayStation 3.
flashback to 1995 in my chair.
I got it from the PS3 Play Store or whatever, and I use it for the rainy days. So,
Oh, nice.
That's
but
cool.
my second one is Halo 1, because that's the game that Matt and I really started bonding over.
Aww.
Oh,
How ironic on the ring.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, yeah. That was.
Yeah.
Because you got
So-
married? Because you put a
Yeah.
ring on?
Oh.
Yeah, then we made a covenantal bond.
Wow.
And then I gave her back the
Who's
bond.
the Master Chief?
It was a flood of emotions, dude.
No,
Oh,
but
shit.
No, keep going. This is good.
gold.
Oh, what else you got?
All right, let's force it now. The jackals in the courtyard.
That's Halo 2.
Ooh!
no,
You
but
made
that's
your ass.
the
Stupid idiot.
Wait, it's just the game in general.
Oh, yeah, give it
that was the
Jackals?
first
Yeah.
game that I
Not
really
bad.
got
Oh, wait a
into.
minute, hold on.
Not
Wait,
bad.
Jack,
Jackals were
finish.
in game
Let her
one.
finish.
Yeah, it was
The line.
You
the
worms?
line. It was the
It's
line.
okay, dude.
Nate.
Let her finish. Let her finish.
But
Before we just
besides
go
that, that's the first game that really got me into first-person shooters. So that's what carried it on for me. So, Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get together with our high school friends and go over to someone's house and do the whole LAN party setup and just
Ooh.
Yeah.
play into the
Oh.
night.
See,
memories.
see, my friends on the football team, cool kids. We did LAN parties for NCAA and we did tournaments and played.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that before
So you
or
guys
after
gonna play
you would
football?
slap mentally handicapped kids?
We'll talk about that later. Not true, by the way. Not true.
What?
It's true.
Alright.
It was a different
Um,
time.
yeah.
It was acceptable.
It was socially acceptable to beat him.
Oh, it's socially acceptable.
Excellent.
You
What?
know, like the Greeks just throw them off cliffs and shit.
Spartans.
Okay,
Nice try, dude.
Shit.
They're great.
You've had the past
That's all
30
Greek to
minutes
me.
of this.
You're up, glass boy.
Oh my god. So if I was to pick, okay, to start, first-person shooters, Call of Duty 4 was, my god, the hours I pumped into that game, ridiculous. I think my family actually started getting worried about me because I wouldn't socialize with people. I would come home from school and just play Call of Duty and hours upon hours upon hours. Then I'd do my sports thing, and that'd be my interaction with the world. But aside from that, man, Call of Duty was just the
That
perk
game.
system. Oh man, what a game!
Unfortunately, I never played
Captain
anything
Price.
before Modern Warfare, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's
But-
when I started.
You mean the
too,
Call of
Modern
Duty
Warfare.
games?
Yeah, I started with Modern Warfare 1.
Okay, yeah, I
And that
played
was-
Big Red 1 and all those ones. They were
Oh, did you? Okay.
okay. World War II, what a fucking snooze fest.
Nope. Nope. Brothers in Arms, man. That game. Trying to give the short version. It was pretty much you played a squad leader. Story was somewhat compelling. They actually tried to do some level of character development, and you pretty much had two fire teams. It was like a tactical first-person shooter, like many that existed back then, and you would just pull the left trigger, and it brought up a little icon, and you just put that against something, and that's where they moved, or you put it over an enemy, and that's who they
Classic, man.
attacked. And give flanking orders and all that
That
stuff.
reminds me of like SOCOM 2. You ever play SOCOM 2?
I played
US Navy
Confrontation.
SEALs. That was the first game where it wasn't a shooter. You were like a leader, and you would command your squad around.
Pretty cool.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I remember
was
playing it
cool.
for a little bit. It
I
was,
was-
it was above me.
I was pretty dumb. Yeah, I didn't.
I
do
couldn't
very
handle
well.
it. That was an
yeah,
adult
It
game.
was like, yeah, it was messy.
Couldn't you
I
get
enjoyed it.
voice commands for that game?
Yeah, you
Okay.
could, but I didn't have. I didn't have
Hot
any of
damn,
that
man.
stuff.
You can do that in Mass Effect 3.
All right, so my well, not to forget about the single player because that's something that everyone just automatically skips over when you think of Call of Duty. But I loved it. I mean,
That's me.
Yeah.
It kind of tailed off towards the end, but Captain Price, as if he was in it, I was playing through it just to see where what was going on with him. But yeah, that game took up a ton of my time in high school, and then I got a PC. Well, before that, actually,
Yeah.
I was introduced.
Skyrim's your gateway.
Yeah, so my buddy or Alex,
Hey.
he was. So you should give this game a try. I'm like, wizards and swords. That gay shit isn't for me. Typical douchebag. But I finally played it, and after the first day of getting it, I came into work the following day, and my eyes were just bloodshot. And he's like, dude, what happened? I'm like, dude, I played it for like 15 hours straight. It's incredible. And it just went on for a month of just hours upon hours upon hours dumping into that game. And that just like, the door opened to me, to nerddom, and I just went rushing in.
My favorite part of Skyrim and Oblivion and all that series, just looting everything.
Yeah.
That's the best part of
Still
any
do that
game.
in ESO.
Yeah.
You loot everything.
No
Loot everything.
storylines for you. Just,
We're
just
lucky.
looting.
We're lucky that Hunter here liked Skyrim so much because we were hoping that ESO would entice him to join the PC master race, which it did. Even if we didn't play the game for that long, he's
And now
still
I'm permanent.
He's still in. Yeah.
I'm locked in.
Yeah, now the next step is World of Warcraft.
That's never happening.
Never. 1, 2,
They throw
4, 5.
footballs
1,
in that
2,
game.
4, 5. 1, 2, 4, 5.
Sometimes you gotta hit 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes you can go 1, 3, 2, 5.
Technically, you
How
can keep on
fucking
your buttons.
exhilarating is
You
that
can keep
combat?
on your buttons to whatever you want. There's a guy who plays like games with a microwave and stuff, man. So you can be like,
I saw the dude that beat
Guy
Dark Souls with
with
bananas.
bananas.
Yeah, he just
Anything is
it's like-
possible.
It's
That's-
a new
that's
technology
pretty
that you
bananas,
get to
dude.
squeeze bananas.
yeah. So
I
man,
watch it, it's like slap
you
them.
can make WoW however you want, man.
It doesn't matter. The game sucks.
I
And then
suck
the
at
next
that.
step,
I
the
mean,
to build upon Skyrim was The Witcher for me. Just the story, the combat. Oh my god, did I love it! It's just way more complex than Skyrim, and it's some people might think it's clunky or not, but I thought it was just beautiful.
That was me. I thought it was clunky. I didn't care for it. It wasn't necessarily bad. It just wasn't my preferred taste. of
See, my
combat
gut instinct
system.
says, well, you just weren't any good at it. Was the problem? and it had its moment. It's definitely had weight to it, man. That's the part I liked about it. Is every
Yeah.
movement it had to be, you had to time your stuff. It just all that stuff made it just
Obviously,
amazing.
you
you
just
like
gotta
that-
have the right
that-
skills,
and if-
man.
That and if
Just have the
Skyrim
right
had
skills.
monster hunting, that
White
might
bubble.
No,
have
I think
equaled
my-
it out. But
my
monster
biggest-
hunting
You
is
need
just
you need artful
amazing.
That
dodge.
was-
I think
that
it
was
was
amazing
it's artful
part.
dodging. It's where if you're mid dodge and something hits you, it does no damage.
Well, I mean, it just turned
That's
into
a
me
Dark Souls thing.
yeah, I was gonna say, why don't you guys talk about Dark Souls?
Yeah.
You should do
spamming
that.
side
If you like
step,
deliberate moves,
became
that's Dark
the
Souls.
go-to
the
combat.
game.
Nah,
Yeah.
Dark Souls sucks.
side step hit, side step hit,
Better watch
side
it.
step hit.
Not
I
how
think-
I have
Never
my
touch it.
character developed. I just take hits and I swing through it.
Well, my guy was all
Well, you
magic.
just turned him
based.
into a beast.
Yeah.
You just out-leveled everything.
Well, no. Now I got that
Oh.
alchemical build, so I have like 4 decoctions on. I'm just taking
You're
hits.
just like shit-faced drunk with like...
Get all them black veins
Drunken
going
fist,
through his
man.
head.
yeah, like every cutscene I do, I'm like, oh man, this is disgusting.
We're good.
Oh,
It's that
Jesus.
damn dog again. Anyways, I look.
Nice, dude. Get out of here.
No, I just look like pure shit. Just got black veins all over my face.
It just made you look like
Every
more of a
romantic.
psychopath.
Yeah. No, it's gross.
Oh, Grey Boy. Oh, what a game. Just the world,
Yeah,
too.
that-
Was everything was just...
Blood and Wine is probably like one of my favorite DLCs
Oh,
at this
man.
point. It's
I
Just
still
like
have
the
yet to tap
first-
into them.
just
Not even
facing
a
that
true
first
fan,
guy, the Cyclops. It's just amazing. Like it's funny. It's awesome. I can't get over it. Who doesn't like fighting like vampires and stuff like that?
The scenery
Classics.
too.
Yeah.
The scenery and the music
Yeah.
really meshed well.
It's like it's weird because it's like it's a whole different like color scheme. It's a lot brighter than
Mhm.
the original.
Well,
Witcher
intentionally.
game.
I mean,
Yeah.
the whole thing was a play on fairy tales.
Yeah,
so-
exactly.
and it's not a war torn area either.
Right. So just a total masterpiece. Can't wait to see what they do next.
Are you guys
I know.
done stroking off the Witcher now?
Oh, I'll stroke that
Don't worry,
son
when
of
it
a
comes
bitch.
to-
that
when it
dick
comes-
is gonna be raw when it
when it comes back around to talking about games we're currently playing. Don't worry. Keep it going.
Here we go.
All right, actually, so what are we on now? Oh, current games. Yeah. So what are we playing right now?
Oh, should I just start
We're doing
off?
the
now?
circle.
Are we gonna go back to it?
Yeah.
This will be quicker than.
I mean,
there's a lot of.
I'm kind of just doing WoW, casually.
No, that's fine, dude.
You're not playing Revelations anymore?
No, I haven't played that in a while.
Assassin's Creed?
No.
What? Revelation Online. It's
Oh.
it's a weeb shit. I'm not even gonna
It's
explain.
Alright.
Korean.
Alright.
You'll judge
It's
me.
pretty much the Korean version of MMOs. And
I thought that's what Black Desert was.
yeah,
I mean,
it's
they're
the
all
same
kind
thing.
of
Okay.
There's so many
Same
of them,
vein,
Matt.
yeah,
Join
there
the
is.
program.
You got
Sorry.
Blade and Soul, Black Desert, Revelations.
And they're all pretty good, by
Yeah.
the way, for all you weebs out there.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
All 0 of you.
What is it? Riders of Icarus too?
Don't play that one. That one sucks.
Yeah, you can make a Gerald in that game that looks like he's got a heavy mascara on. So that's
Pretty
cute.
cool.
Sounds Korean. All right,
Yeah.
Jerry.
I'm a bit of both. I still raid in WoW.
Oh, here we go.
So I raid.
Gray Boy. Back to Gray Boy.
Yeah, I raid.
Your gear level. You
No,
should be doing way better.
I am
dude.
actually pretty good right now. Anyways,
Okay.
but
Wait,
I'm
you
also
just creep into green.
Yeah.
Hero.
In his defense,
in my defense.
he's got the hidden appearance that's real hard to get.
Yeah. So right
Not a
now,
lot of people have it.
especially right now, since you don't have
got
the
the
items.
items.
but the people that do have it are way better. is
Well,
the
you think
point.
I probably got better legend anyway. We're not getting into this. Shut up. Don't judge my skill.
I don't like the game. I just love
Yeah.
watching you melt whenever.
Stop. You're getting to me. You're gonna cry.
Go ahead.
Anyways, the other game is obviously Mass Effect Andromeda. And as of right now, when
Defend it because we're just gonna get into it.
yeah,
right
oh
now.
yeah. Well, as of right now, the game is actually turning out pretty good for me, I think. starting off, it was pretty bland, I guess you would say. It was like, okay, here's a planet, terraform it, do the same repetitive thing to other planets. But actually, as you progress through the story, there's better dialogue. There's better stuff that's actually happening in the story. I mean, some of the animations, I've only had 2 problems so far playing before the patch, and it wasn't that noticeable. So I don't know why people get mad about that. But I've been on
YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen the videos. Nate
Shrek,
has showed
the
me
blue
the
Shrek.
videos. But for me, I haven't had that problem. I don't know if it's maybe people have different graphics cards or whatever. But
I don't think a graphics
Mass
card
Effect
affects
2,
Shrek.
Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 have also they've had their share of problems.
Your
But
love for the game is blinding you from
Yes.
what's actually
yes,
happening.
but it's
Force
possible.
blindness,
It is not
man.
possible too. But I really enjoying the game right now, especially since I'm overpowered as hell right now.
I mean, I've watched him stream it, and it does look like a lot of fun. I didn't
Well,
see
right.
any
Well, that's the
graphical
one
issues.
nice thing they were saying about the combat's much
the
faster.
combat
It has
is-
to be
there's
for it to
so
be-
much possibilities you could do in that combat compared to the other games. It's like
Well, because you're
when
not
you play-
pigeonholed into being one character.
So yeah, Mass Effect 3, the combat was really good. They try to implement more of the melee aspect of it, so you can have like a cool melee weapon or whatever. But you still don't really never use that. But Mass Effect Andromeda, there's endless things you can do, and the fact that you could change your profile, I guess they call it profiles. You can change your abilities at any given time. So I could literally be
but that makes you so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I actually have felt like I don't even need to do that because there's so much customization with even the guns. Like right now, I have a gun. I actually got rid of. I'm only using one gun right now because
It's broken.
it's technically not. Because I broke it technically. You get these augments. And you get the crafting because you don't pick up guns anymore like you used to. It's all about the crafting now. You can craft. You get all of these resources. And I crafted this heavy machine gun from like this Ket people or whatever. And it shoots it's like basically a minigun. And starting out, it does a lot of damage, but I have an augment they have in the game that allows you to change the bullets to sticky grenades or sticky rockets. So then I have another augment that makes it so whenever I stop firing, the gun automatically regenerates its ammo and recharges again. And then I have another skill in the game that increases your fire rate, your gun damage, and your stability. So I have literally had no problem fighting anything at this point. So I literally...
So the game's boring.
No, well...
Yeah,
yes.
it's a game, man.
Well,
Can you make it harder?
yes, I can. I can change the difficulty, but there's... Like, right now, I guess it's just story-driven. But, yeah, like, there's endless things you could do in that game. You can literally make a sniper rifle a laser cannon, or you can make a pistol shoot bouncing grenades. It's like...
That's all well and good. The problem isn't that it was buggy.
It needed more time, I think.
Okay, but that's
They
fine.
had
But they
plenty
don't
of time,
do
though.
it.
They had plenty of time.
They don't do it. It's a company that big. Those evil, sadistic pieces of shit at EA had so much.
Well,
they have so much just revenue to throw at games and make them great, and they don't fucking do it.
No, they don't,
because
they're
people will
stingy.
just throw money
They're
at it no
very-
matter what.
and they know people are going to buy it.
They're gonna buy the name.
They know they're going to do this. So,
And we're
but
all at fault. I'm a Ubi
Yeah,
whore. I
but
keep doing it for Ubisoft.
My
I'm
biggest
just
thing is too. I
such a
don't
bad
know if
habit.
anybody's
Not
going to
as
hear
bad as
this,
EA,
but
No, they have their flaws.
the lead
we'll get into
writer-
We'll get into Wildlands.
the
'cause they
lead
just released
writer
DLC.
for Mass Effect 3 and 2 and all that stuff, he actually left and joined the Destiny team.
I assume the animators
for,
did too.
for Destiny 2. No, the animation was different because they used a different engine. They used Frostbite 2.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop you from saying, okay, this is what we
Well,
have so far.
That's
not good.
Their
We need to change
the
it.
problem was probably they didn't use anybody who was familiar with the animation.
So take the time.
They probably didn't. I don't know why they didn't. Like,
They had a lot of time to do it.
Yeah, they could have.
That's what I mean. They
but
should
I
have
don't know.
realized.
No,
right
The
from
stuff
the
that I
beginning.
read about it was that EA, I believe it was Edmonton, I don't know if you want to look it up. They came in instead of Montreal and took over. No? You're not looking it up?
Nah.
What?
Did you hear him?
No,
It's
all right.
irrelevant.
That's all right. I know everything. Anyway, Edmonton came in and they just do it my way or the highway, kind of like stuff that we've
Yeah.
seen in our other job.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
changed
shitty,
everything,
and it's shitty,
but
and it pushes people out.
It's pretty sad that happened, but from all the reviews that people have given for it, like I don't want to say it's my love for the franchise, but to me, like it's a pretty solid game. If you're willing to want to play something new, it's very similar to the other Mass Effects. So I don't want you guys to feel deterred from the reviews. People say, "Oh, the animations are."
I think
bad."
Nate feels the turd right now. Actually.
Well, he just left. He's tired of listening to this.
Let's go to
But
the
like,
bathroom.
yeah, but like, you know what I mean? Like, So if you haven't played Mass Effect, I honestly think you guys should. If it's ever on sale or if you ever bored of what you're playing, you should pick it up. Like it's a solid game. Like,
when we go beyond 50% off, it's just it happens. I don't know.
I mean, if the
Really
multiplayer's good, then I would like to.
I haven't touched the multiplayer yet. Honestly, I've been too.
Well,
like I said,
because you know me, I'm not going to
it's
play the single player at all.
right now. It's my
multiplayer's good,
raids and WoW and Mass Effect and work, so it's kind of hard to check it all. But yeah, so far I've given it pretty solid. Moving on.
I'm just playing WoW. I just helping Alex level up. Basically, it's the only reason I
Again?
resubbed.
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
started over again.
You played Overwatch. That's
I just got Overwatch.
You got Overwatch.
It's hard to knock that game. It's a blast. Sorry.
Oh, that game is so
I
good.
didn't say anything.
Yeah, I could hear.
Yeah, you sighed.
No, he was.
They
You
can't.
sighed mentally.
The people that might listen to this, I guess, the viewers, the listeners,
The viewers.
They
Yeah,
can't.
viewers,
they-
they watch their.
They can't hear the eye rolls.
they can't watch. They can't watch his face whenever we say things.
It's bad.
Mm,
All right, I played the Overwatch beta, and I said it was good, and I left it at that.
Yeah.
It's not a game I want to invest in, but doesn't make it a
Yeah,
bad
but
game.
your face says other things, and it's funny. It's funny to comment on.
Oh, okay.
His funny face, or
All right, we'll skip Nate.
Hello, my name is
done?
Nate, and I
Oh,
only
I
play
guess
games that
GTA
begin with
Yeah,
W.
GTA. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
playing GTA also. That's it.
GTA 5's come back. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, GTA's.
All right, I'll do the eye roll at that game.
GTA.
That's
You're
GTA.
the
I don't
drift
know why
master.
you like
You're
it.
the minority here, dude.
Well,
yeah, I
okay.
know.
Well,
That's okay.
I mean, even
Still don't like
GTA
it.
has a bigger following than even WoW. Really,
It did, yeah.
It does, yeah, for sure.
No doubt, people universally love GTA, but for some reason, you just can't.
It's the shooting
No.
mechanics
I
that kill
can't
it
get
for
into
me.
it either.
Well, you're
It's
Captain
clunky.
Tactical, and so am I. But I can live with
Too
less
clunky.
tight mechanics than you can.
Yeah.
It's the game. The story is hilarious if you've played it.
Yeah.
Some of us.
Like hyper satirical.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
The most
It's
satirical thing you
And
could
that's.
ever
I
hear.
mean, if their writing's capable of that on that side, that makes Red Dead Redemption on the
Oh,
serious
it's-
side.
it's-
Right.
There's high hopes.
I
for
mean,
that.
I
It's
played
gonna be great.
I played Red Dead Redemption, and that was one of the best games.
I mean, I've read even
I
LA
didn't list
Noir
it
is
off,
really good
but-
too, and that's
Right.
another Rockstar game. I
What's
haven't-
that?
Did
LA
not play
Noir.
Oh,
The
yeah, I've
detective.
played that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah, you're a
heard that's
detective
good,
or
too.
something.
Yeah.
I think
It's hard to knock.
yeah, GTA 5. I haven't seen a game that you could literally just do. You have freedom to do like anything, really.
I mean Minecraft, but you can't murder hookers in Minecraft.
or
So-
golf.
Like there's
Yeah.
never a moment
or
where you
tennis, or arm wrestling.
there's never a moment when you can play a game, get into a helicopter, crash into a freaking building, and then steal some guy's car. You know, there's no other game like that.
Or
Alta-
make a character that
Alta
looks
Slice,
like
man.
your
I almost
boss.
called
Yeah, make a
have
character
the
looks like your boss.
It's like if you sat on it, I felt like it would suck everything out of
It
you.
tugs your nuts a little bit.
Yeah.
Be careful.
High pressure, dude.
What?
All right, Nate.
Seriously,
What?
if you listen to the toilet, it sounds like a cannon going off.
Well, we
Whenever-
need it for
okay,
Hunter's
imagine
giant poops.
Ellen Ripley in blowing that alien.
Oh yeah.
That's your poo.
But the
That's a
alien
great
is
movie.
turd.
It even screams on the way out.
Pouring off.
Sorry to interrupt. I
No,
just
no,
had
no,
to- I had to
it's
bring
your
up
turn.
the-
It's your
turn.
turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, what are you playing right now?
Well, we already talked about it, but I am playing
You know-
Witcher 3.
Still?
Yeah, I'm still playing it. I'm probably gonna play the new game plus.
He's
even
one of those
after,
100s.
after
To
playing the
level
DLC.
100?
No,
Yeah, you
to
do up to
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's
But
a lot.
I was watching a video today of a guy he was like mostly a sign class like you were, Matt,
Mm-hmm.
and he got his sign percentage up to like intensity up to he was like 835%, and he was hitting people with igni and just burning them instantly to
Yeah.
death. It was like one of the most insane things I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's an ability when you do the mutations for Blood and Wine. It allows you
I think it's
to fire
Euphoria.
All right.
the one that lets you fire 2 signs in 1 stamina bar.
No, sorry, a different one.
So there's some kind of ability, I don't even remember how you get to it, but it allows you to fire 2 abilities in 1 stamina bar go. So even while it's recharging, you can fire a second ability before it stops you from using sign. So if you have the top perk for Igni, where it's 100% chance for people to catch on fire, all you have to do is spam the shit out of that, and people will never be able to move because they're too busy trying to pat themselves off.
Especially with the
They're engulfed in flames.
from
pretty
the
much.
Heart of Stone expansion. If you got the chest armor
one where it made it so that the whole ground around it was hit with Igni. So anybody standing in that circle around the initial person hit with burn also burns.
Nice.
I just remember I was just spamming that. And just people were just constantly on fire. I didn't even have to do anything ever.
Now that you mention armor, I'm pretty sure it might have been the Grandmaster Griffin armor
Yeah.
that gives you that ability to double blast.
I think if you cast
If you
your
have
damage,
6.
An ability that we all want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather have an ability
this guy,
to Baja
this
Blast.
guy I watched, he
Baja
had.
Blast.
It's called the Grandmaster.
Nice plug.
Grandmaster
Mountain Dew,
Legendary.
please sponsor us.
Because it's New Game Plus.
Okay.
So
get
you go up to level 100. That's like I guess the highest level you can get.
Yeah,
Eventually
I
I'll
made it to
get
like
there.
33.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like at 9.
Yeah, I never played that game. That game's
Yeah.
stupid.
You just don't
Alright.
get it.
Well,
You can play your Shrek game. Whatever. Nobody cares about
Shrek,
you.
Blue Swamp Simulator
Shrek
5.
Simulator.
All right, Matt.
All right. So I guess the 2 games right now I'm playing is one Rainbow Six Siege.
The only game installed on your computer.
No, I have other
Fucking
games.
classic.
No. Installed.
Love it.
No, there's Uplay and other stuff.
That's a
All
great
right,
game.
everyone
If
calm
only
down and
100
don't worry
didn't
about
yell
my
at me.
install list.
How long does it take
We're
you to
working,
install a
though.
game?
We're making it pretty
Concerned.
competitive.
Yeah, we
Long
play
enough.
that maybe. Well, I play it maybe 1 to 2 matches a day. So of course I'm not that great at it. I have my moments where I dominate, but for the most part, it's just us getting stomped on and me getting mad.
Okay, it's 40-60 us getting beat, especially when we group up. So Bridget, I mean, I guess you're going to say Rainbow too. I
Yeah.
pretty much only play Rainbow. We're the Rainbow whores, the UB whores over here. But it's I don't know what it is about the game. I was talking to Matt earlier. It's just one of those games that no matter how bad I get the shit kicked out of me, I always go back to it.
Yeah.
It's just there's just a lot of angles that you can approach situations.
Right, and
you
I think
kinda wanna
it's the
try all
freedom and
those
tactical
angles.
stuff that it just
That's
makes
your
it so
that's
interesting.
your like familiar game that you can go back to.
Yeah.
Just
I
like
mean,
our WoW.
And I'm not-
It's my safe space.
Yeah, right.
I'm a
From what-
snowflake.
From what it sounds like, it's a game where you die, but you can like, oh, I could go from this angle or do something different.
Oh, right. I
and
mean,
it's-
depending on what character
yeah.
you are, you can just, all right, well, next time I'm just going to blow through this wall,
Exactly.
and then I'm going to attack him from this side. I mean, and the teamwork aspect of it is great. So if you're actually communicating with a team or you're playing with a group, and you synchronize an attack and just absolutely swarm somebody, man,
Feels
talk about
good.
a half
Feels
choke.
Yeah. Feels
Holy
good.
hell.
Montagny.
But
Shot me
Unless
on
you get
top
shot on
of
top of the
the
head.
Montagny's the best character.
I don't
because
understand angles, but I'm going to stand right here.
I got a shield, dude. I don't need a
You'll
gun.
never get me from
I don't,
here,
I
buddy.
don't need a gun. I just got a shield. That's all I need.
Fucking classic. There have been some bitter moments in that game, especially most of us have played together at some point where it just ends up being like, what the fuck are you doing right now? And then
You can't-
people are quitting, uninstalling the game.
I mean, you can't play the game if you're a new player with experienced players
Yeah.
because they expect you to know the map immediately.
Yeah, you just run around with the shield, you know.
That's my problem.
No,
I don't
you
know
played
any
it
of
enough.
that.
This
No.
is my first time that Hunter's already yelling at
Well,
me.
friggin'
Well, no, it was pretty simple. I said, Nate, cover behind me. That's not a
No,
map
you told
specific-
me, put this shield up here. Where do I put this shield? Which
Okay.
window? Window like
Right
in
here.
this
Windows
corner of the living room.
65
In the
or
living room.
Windows
Where the
67?
fuck is the living room?
No, my
All right,
thing,
yeah, that's my fault.
my biggest thing was I played with Hunter one time last time. I hardly play Siege, and this
You
is
played
really,
it like once.
I played it a couple times, but when I played it with Hunter, it was just me and him, and we were playing like we were on this snow hotel map or whatever,
It's a good level.
and we're attacking. I'm of course Montagny, best character in the game, and I go in there, and I see this window, and I look through the window.
Oh, yeah, this
And I see a guy, and Hunter starts yelling at me, Jerry, stop looking through the window, you're gonna get shot in the face. So I'm like, what? So I started shooting at the guy. I killed the guy, right? I killed the guy, and I was like, what are you talking about, Hunter? We ended up dying, and we all lose, and then the next game, we were attacking again or whatever, and Hunter goes to the same freaking window. And I was like, what are you doing? You literally just yelled at me for looking through this window.
Yeah, but you were new. I'm
What?
experienced. I'm sure as soon as I
has it
poke
under
my head, my
control.
brains are shooting out of the back of my skull.
And as he turned and looked at Jerry, he went, "Get good and die."
My guy, I killed the guy. I pissed the crap out of that
Yeah.
dude. But I was.
I was trying to protect you, okay?
Oh yeah, so looking through the window. That's
I'm
saved
your
my
Rainbow
life.
Six father.
Okay.
Oh.
Man, I remember I played that game right when it came out, and my strategy was you guys would be over here, and I just run
The
around
roamer.
and flank them.
The roamer.
I do that now, and every single window I breach, I just immediately explode. Like they know where I'm coming in from. How do they do that?
That
'Cause
sound. They have their
Oh,
headphones
yeah.
up really
Oh.
high.
And that's another beautiful thing about the game. If you just sit somewhere, you can hear every little thing that someone's doing, and you can map your attack based off that. It's
What if
just
you're deaf?
it's so well
Have they
designed.
made a character based around that, like just hearing and stuff like that?
Kind of.
Sonar Man. You
Sonar
screech
Man.
through the halls and it shows you people through the walls.
Do you summon bats too that attack the enemy?
That'll be the next DLC.
Okay, tactical bats.
Tactical
Bacticles.
Batman. Batman.
Baticles.
Is there a samurai yet?
kick shit.
We already passed that opportunity.
I'm out.
Wait, what opportunity?
Samurai.
Yeah, we already
character.
went.
Yeah.
We already went Japan.
Oh, the Japs.
okay.
That's racist, Nate.
Take it easy.
Wow, dude.
Hey,
What, I-
edit that out.
I support Japanese video games.
Sure.
Oh, yeah, now we're calling it. All right.
What? All right. Anyway.
Anyway, so that's not the only game I'm playing. I'm also playing and recently bought Halo Wars 2
Oh, right.
because a buddy of mine also has it. And I really liked the first one back when I was in my
Yay.
Xbox 360 days. Shut up.
No,
But I mean-
it's probably cool.
I mean, I really enjoy the Halo lore to an extent. Now, I've only read a couple of the actual books, and I don't know every nook and cranny of the Halo universe, especially now since I don't have an Xbox
We
One.
actually have an
No.
expert. Over
Yeah,
there.
that's me. I'm
Okay,
the
so
expert
Nate's
Halo.
got the Halo stuff covered, but I enjoy the universe in general. So having an RTS based in the Halo world for me was pretty cool. And I mean, it's a pretty good game. I'm still not sure if I like it more than the first one. The story is pretty. God, it's such a great villain for this game.
Yeah, from the
But,
commercials, it looked really cool.
Yeah, but so far the story is just very blah.
See, that's another thing. Just rushing something out before it's done. Now, maybe they were never gonna
Might be a
fulfill the character
budget
as much as
thing.
right.
It's not Bungie anymore. It's 347 Industries.
Budget. Their budget.
343.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
Bungie.
Bungie.
343.
I thought it was
343
347.
Studios, right? Don't they intro the game?
No,
343 Studio.
No, it's Industries.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
343 Industries.
There we go.
I thought it was
It's EA
347.
Sports,
My
dude.
bad.
You're
It's
thinking of
only
EA
been-
Sports.
My Halo.
Am I though?
My Halo
You
things aren't up to
stupid
date.
jerk.
No, dude, that's not what it is.
It's
I'm thinking of
industry.
something. No, I'm not saying you're wrong, but whatever the
Well,
hell
you
I just
kinda
said.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're wrong.
343. It's in the 343.
Shut up.
What does it have to do with numbers?
But yeah, I mean, watching the first Halo Wars, like I've just watched all the cutscenes, and the cutscenes alone were amazing. Like,
Yeah, we
amazing
that's
quality.
huge fans of Blur Studios in this place. We could sit there and watch just the what was it, the Old Republic cinematics.
Oh my
alone.
God, yeah.
We sit there and go, oh my
I
god.
wish
if
the
this
game
was
was
a
like
what,
that
a,
at
what,
all.
a, what a great cinematic!
man, that
what a
was-
shitty game!
right,
That
just
game, I don't-
infatuated with Blur.
Somebody
Studios.
that doesn't
no
know about
offense
the
to
game.
anybody that plays Old Republic.
And
but
that
just-
might have been part of the reason why we bought the Division.
yeah.
That
Oh
Blur
my God.
Studios. Oh man, some
that
of
at
those
least is
cutscenes.
kinda
Like,
cool.
holy hell, this looks amazing.
What a shit show that turned into.
I guess
that
we'll talk
game.
about that in a little bit too.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
The shortcomings.
The last game was Wildlands. A few of us bought it. We're playing it. We enjoyed it as a co-op experience.
Mm.
I mean, it had some technical problems going on, and from what we hear, the new DLC is
Well,
absolute shit.
Okay, actually, nice segue, Matt. So,
Wow.
just talk about Ghost Recon in general. Who is it? Just us three over here that bought it?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I haven't
it's just
played
you
it in
guys.
like months.
Plus our
All right. So
out of
whenever the
state
game came
friends.
out, it was broken. It shouldn't have been released. It needed some time, but it was still fun. I mean, in a game where instead of playing Arma, which is insanely tactical, just above our heads, this like seemed to bridge the gap to open world shooters where we could just kind of do our own thing and kill people and be successful at it.
The casual Arma.
Right. Sure. Casual Arma.
Not what I wanted from a Ghost Recon game, but in its own right, it was fun.
It was fine. I mean, a huge open world, plenty of stuff to do. Once you get down, the story was absolute bucket of piss. It was terrible. And
Yeah, it's pretty
that's
bad.
just,
10
and
out of 10.
I
Happy to
wasn't.
hear with these buckets
It's all
of
about
piss.
that quinoa action, man.
great
Are they
graphics,
smuggling
great
cocaine
game.
in the
1 out of
quinoa?
10.
Are they
1 out of
smuggling
10.
cocaine in the quinoa? Just some of those bugs, just classic audio bugs from Ubisoft, like the Rainbow Six machine gun glitch. Jesus
Love
Christ.
that game though.
No,
No, that
but-
still plagues us to this day.
Oh yeah, just
Yeah,
a total
for
nightmare.
anyone who's never played Vegas 2, there was a multiplayer glitch where if an automatic rifle was going off when the person died, the sound never cut out. It just kept looping the sound. So the rest of the match, all you hear is dum, 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 dum. You're just like, where's the car? Oh my god!
Get down, we're under fire.
Fuck you. He was my friend.
No, that's what they should have brought back.
Lima Oscar
Oh,
Lima.
yeah.
Dude.
Lima, Oscar Lima. He just fucking LOL me.
I think Assassin's Creed.
Grenade
Any
grenades.
Assassin's Creed game had the best
The
fucking
fucking world holes.
graphic motherfucker.
There's just a square hole in the sea.
where there's a lamp that's just shaking all over the place.
Black
Or
flags and your
flag
boat
glitch, yeah.
disappears.
Or-
you walk up there, just
Or
emptiness.
in
and
Syndicate, when the character turns around and he just has no face, just eyes and a mouth.
Oh, man. Too
Just
real.
that's just Ubisoft to a T. So Ghost Recon released their new. Now I haven't played it. This is only from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, none of us have played it yet.
Their
so we don't
Narco
actually
Road
know.
DLC. So what we're hearing is it's its own little map.
So it actually
They've
apparently
already
makes you
released
start
DLC.
a new character and it starts at level 20 or something.
Just
I don't even
beyond-
understand
beyond
what
it,
it does.
And the whole
Okay.
basis of Narco Road was you're infiltrating some kind of racing gang.
The
Anything to
cartel
do
through their racing,
right through whatever they do with
gambling,
vehicles.
whatever.
The vehicle control in this game is so bad, and they must have
bad.
so bad, Bam Margera bad.
So
bad.
bad.
And if you played enough, you get used to it. But it's awful. So they had to say, okay, our vehicle control is good enough that we're going to make a DLC specifically around.
Are they plugging like Fast and Furious here?
I don't know.
Is there like a Vin Diesel?
Can you get a
character?
submarine?
There might be. There's plenty. There's
That
plenty
does
of
a
bald
flying-
dudes.
That does a flying
You
headbutt.
you race on an airfield that's just like around the world.
Submarines coming up underneath.
Can we
Bolivia
shoot
somehow.
torpedoes at the terrorists? The
Brandon
cartel?
Johnson.
It's just idiotic.
Pushing
Yeah, pushing it away.
Have Dwayne kick it away.
And just the DLC models that they pump out. Now, that being said, Ubisoft seems to be leading a trend for Rainbow Six with free DLC. And I saw that Battlefield, I think, was starting to do that too. And Battlefront announced that they were having free DLC as well.
Thank
Just-
goodness.
And
I didn't even think Battlefront 1 was even done yet, and they already
It
announced
wasn't.
2.
Well,
Shouldn't they fix the first game?
no, they're abandoning it. That's how it goes. It's like
Wow.
Destiny. Destiny was supposed to be a
Destiny,
10-year project.
Destiny, they were supposed to
I remember.
have. They were supposed to have so
I'm
Oh, yeah.
excited for Destiny.
This is a good
too.
segue. It's on PC. What are we doing?
We're getting. I mean,
I'm
I'm
ready.
getting.
I actually enjoyed Destiny, Destiny the first one. Whenever
Only
they,
because
whenever,
you
Yeah,
played
but
it.
whenever they had the
but they
DLC.
promised this game's going to be 10 years. The story's going to be. It had none of that.
I don't
shit.
care about the promises. The gameplay of 1 was fun, and I would have enjoyed it with you guys on the PC.
Yeah,
That's what we're getting.
Yeah,
The,
the
the
freaking-
biggest thing that the biggest problem with Destiny 1 was just linking up with other players to do like these big raids and stuff
Oh,
like
that
that.
was
There's no
And you
lobby
had,
chat.
you had to go through like websites and such
Yeah.
to meet other players.
They-
Now by moving it to PC, I'm hoping that they're gonna
Like a chat
be
thing.
able to where you can do like a general chat.
Well, that's
of-
not one of the first complaints, especially
Yeah.
in a PvP or
an
co-op
MM
game.
It's an MMO game.
Yeah,
right?
that you
with
can't.
with not being able to
With a
talk to anyone.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But
So that's
it
something
looks
that
like
has
they're
to be
improving.
addressed.
I
mean, PlayStation fixed it a little bit. They added communities in a software
Yeah.
update where you could join a community. For
Well, that was an
Destiny
attack straight
players.
at Destiny,
Right.
right? They
Right.
did that because
So
Destiny didn't
you
have
could
the
search
capability of.
through the community to find
But
people.
even-
But Xbox, they didn't have that at all. Plus, they had like the Xbox ones were 1 year behind because I thought it was originally going to be a PlayStation exclusive game because it's Bungie, and I guess they have a bad relationship with Microsoft. But then they let Microsoft use it.
Well, it's just money.
It's
Right.
yeah. It's
But they're a year
mo-
behind apparently. But now I guess it doesn't matter.
It's kind of like with Tomb Raider, where it was
They have
Xbox
the
got it
exclusivity
first for a
while.
year,
Yeah,
and then PS4 got it, but PC got it like a month later. But
they're both
Yeah,
Microsoft.
that's-
Just some of these like post-launch plans that totally fall through. It's just total shit. Ubisoft's terrible. The Division's another one that was just a total.
yeah. I mean, at first,
I just
okay,
want to apologize to everyone in here for leading them astray down that path.
No, no,
because
no.
I had hope for that game. And
the
it
game.
just-
We all
the
did.
game was good at
We
first.
all did.
I will give it. It was a very good game at first, but it just became a shit show because it became where you had to be a specific class, you had to do specific talents if you wanted to be in the top like ranked for like doing the raids and stuff like that.
I mean, and
That's
that's a
any
genre.
game the meta gets
Yeah.
established.
Sure,
But
sure, but that doesn't
for it
make
to
them
be
that
that
doesn't make them-
secluded
right.
to certain skills, like
That
you
was a
couldn't
developer
work.
problem.
Yeah, because you
They
couldn't
didn't
work
balance
around
it.
balance.
So,
Yeah.
to give them
They
some
didn't
credit,
balance
I guess they're kind of pushing this new genre, as along with Destiny, this MMO shooter genre
Yeah.
that hasn't really been
It
tapped
has,
into.
yeah, it's never been done before.
So missteps were going to happen.
Has
With,
been done.
It
but it's
has,
not-
but
a little bit.
They have some
Not
other
great.
games, but
Even-
the way Destiny did it was actually really good, especially with the Taken King DLC. That I actually got Destiny, made the level 6 in the original Destiny. And I just straight up said this game was crap,
I hated it.
and I just left.
And I had to talk you into buying it
The
again.
Destiny Taken King, I actually spent But stepping on what Nate said, the connectivity issue was horrible. I shared an Xbox and or a PlayStation, and we just had hundreds of friends of just random people that we had to go through and delete again because just to join with them to do a 6-man raid. And the raids were actually really good, really thought out.
They brought on
they brought out the WoW style or the other MMO style.
Well, they hired someone from
they
Blizzard,
actually
right?
you have to have a certain specific mechanic for the boss, which it was beautifully well done.
That's
but
totally
just
fine.
their issue,
Unlike the Division,
issue
where it's
with
just
the
like shoot this guy in the head a
Yeah,
million
like, yeah,
times.
the
until he
The
dies.
first big Division raid was just. It was awful.
Was it the
made-
tank one?
It was
Or
the
like
tank
the-
one. It was
you
you
just put 4 bombs on it.
The
and then you
objective
win?
it was kind of like a wave based battle where wave after wave would come out at you, and a certain NPC would drop a bomb, and you would have to put on the back of the tank, and you had to do this like 4 or 3 times. I can't really
It's like
remember.
15 waves or something. Like every 5 waves, you would put a bomb on or something.
But it was monotonous. I mean, they had some good points to it, like the drones and stuff like that. But for the most part, it wasn't challenging at all. I mean, it was just hard because some of the NPCs were just ridiculously strong, and it was just like
they did the kind of. I mean, most games do this, but a big knock on Bethesda's enemies is it's not. The difficulty stuff isn't. It's just added stats. It's just
they can just soak.
Health and damage get altered.
Exactly.
Yeah, damage tables. That's what I'm looking for, and that's just the wrong way to do it.
It's the lazy way to do it.
Yeah.
The big thing about Division was just the whole weapon base was just so messed up. You would just have like yellow weapons that were just complete shit, and then you would have purple weapons that were like 20 times better, but they just didn't do enough damage, and so you had to like switch out gear to like get into better groups, and then you would have to switch in mid group so you could actually use your weapon just to like kind of like you had to cheese your way into certain
levels,
groups.
Man. People care about
That's
that
why I like
shit.
Destiny.
And it became like WoW, like early on in Wrath, like where item level was like a huge thing.
It didn't matter how good
Yeah.
you were. If
It was-
you had a low item level, you wouldn't get
Yeah.
invited. It's kind of like an ESO.
I remember that time.
Yeah.
Dude, go to bed, mom.
Well, back to like Destiny.
Oh wait a minute! I think should we tell them that's a funny story.
That's
Tell
a
that
great
story.
story.
All right. So whenever we all started playing ESO,
That's the Elder Scrolls Online for anyone who doesn't know what ESO
If
is.
you've been living
I'm
under
sorry.
a rock for years.
I mean, if
Sure.
you like
Jared.
video games, I hope you know.
What?
Yeah, anyway,
It's a cave.
we started playing and we got to the first mini boss of the game, which is this Medusa looking lady, and everybody just rolls through it. And I didn't. And I'm fighting this lady. You have to. There's a mechanic where you have to hit the balls that are coming to her so she doesn't heal.
Yeah.
So
They
my
usually have
weapons,
one hit. Yeah.
right? They're one hit. My weapons, I was hitting them 4 times on one alone, and I couldn't get them to die. So I would get into this just absolutely like slosh of just stalemate with this.
Just same fight for like 34 minutes.
Everyone
He
would
was
be
a
waiting
tank.
for me.
You have to keep in mind he was also a tank.
And
at
he
the time,
this is
too.
also
Weren't
he
you
just
were-
started
I thought
he
you were
just
a
started
tank.
playing PC at this time too. So he was looking at his alt keys and it was a mess. It was a big mess.
It wasn't pretty. So all that combined into me, everyone waiting for me to get done with this match, and Jerry's just in the call because he wasn't playing.
I was even playing. I was at your house playing Mass Effect, and I was like, "Good Hunter, you freaking suck."
I was like, don't. He's vulnerable
you
right
could,
now.
You could hear the heavy
Oh, I could
breathing.
hear
from
it,
my-
yeah, he was
bad.
So half hour and they're like, Hunter, did you get through this yet? I'm like, no, I'm still in the same fight. I died once. I try again. Like 30 to 45 minutes in the same exact fight, and I'm just boiling. I'm losing my shit, and Jerry is antagonizing me.
Oh,
over the
and
Skype call,
I was loving
just
this.
giving it to me.
I am actually
And
worried about his computer's
right,
safety.
and finally, I just spike my shit down. I open my bedroom door. Fuck! And
It was the middle of the
I get-
night.
in the middle of the night, and then I guess they could hear my mom upstairs. It's just a game, honey. And I go, Mom, go to bed! And everyone is just in tears.
Oh
laughing
my
at
god,
me.
it was the greatest thing I've ever heard.
I get back on and I find out that Alex had all these weapons and my gear was such low
I
level.
gave you the weapon I was using.
Dude,
it
you,
wasn't
but you had
bound to.
like 10.
I had better stuff.
Yeah,
than
and
you
I was
did.
just using,
Shit.
doll sticks to beat this fucking lizard lady. And I had no idea that was the problem. And I'm just like battling through it until I lost my mind and yelled at my mother.
But then you got better stuff and you got her.
Ugh.
What an accomplishment.
Yeah, I got her in like
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
After, yeah.
You might as well have been punching
Hunter
her.
made a big accomplishment in ESO where he leveled up a character all the way up to max level
Yeah, by himself.
Yeah,
in
speed
a
level.
couple of days. That was his first, like, you know,
That might have killed the game for me. Honestly.
his first big binge.
But you
of
did
playing
it.
a game.
I did it because everyone was so far ahead of me, and levels actually mattered at that point.
That was the worst part. Is that whole? I mean, they fixed it now with their one Tamriel update, where your level doesn't really prevent you from playing with other people and level locking areas and shit like that, which I absolutely hate in game mechanics. But anyway, yeah. So back then, you know, when we have our buddies who like Alex and Nate, who would play a lot more than us and always be completely out level us, so we'd have to play catch up every day in order to play with them.
We were doing that
any
for
level.
you guys. We knew we'd have to carry because Hunter's DPS. Let's be honest.
The funny thing
I
was
was
that
in-
you know,
I
I
was
was the
in
one
bed.
that came. I was the one that came in late in the game. And it was a catch-up game for me, and then at just some point, I just
I
blew
almost
right past
defriended
it.
you guys over that too.
Destroyed.
I
Hey,
was
that was
so
an ugly moment.
mad.
So
It was.
our group of friends, how many people was it?
6.
Six.
And the max party size was 4.
4. So
Oh,
we
man.
ran into a dilemma
Oh.
where the 2 top guys got to pick who because they needed the best people in quotations.
I was
so they
the
picked
No,
2
it
people.
wasn't the best. It's some of the dungeons
What
were
do you mean?
legitimately hard in the game.
Right,
And
so
we
you needed-
physically couldn't have done it unless everybody was doing good.
When you say top 2, don't forget Matt. Matt
I
was
was
our
the only-
healer.
I was the only
he was the
healer.
healer.
So, yeah,
Yes,
Matt-
I was the only tank. I was the only
That's
tank.
not true.
Best
I was-
DPS, and then the rest of us were fighting over this DPS spot,
Yeah.
and it just turned into this shitstorm where one person was picked.
But hey, now you
And the
guys
other
can
per-
duel
and-
for it.
Right, and then
You
the
can
other
duel
group,
now.
the other group was deemed Team 2. Or
Bravo.
Team B.
Team
Nobody
B.
was
Team B.
happy.
And it was
to be
just
on
It
Team
became,
B.
it became Team Blue.
Oh man.
Team Red and
Well,
Team
the other
Blue.
thing
Team Blue's my
that's
favorite
ticked me
color.
off
That's
about
why it
that
works
too
out.
was Matt came home one day and told me that we should try this dungeon scheduling system. So I worked out
Oh
this
yeah, we have to schedule
spreadsheet.
fun. I remember the spreadsheet.
So
Oh, that was-
Matt,
I thought you guys
Oh,
were
so
serious.
wait, no. So
Classic
Matt
Matt
comes
move.
home.
You're
Matt
like,
comes
what?
home and tells me about the spreadsheet idea. I'm like, okay, I'm good at spreadsheets. Let me do this. And I post it.
Oh my god.
And Matt's like, yeah, everybody approved this. So I got shat on so bad, and I was so angry.
That wasn't I think we were trying to make fun of Matt for even doing
Doing
this
the spreadsheet, yeah.
It's a classic Matt move.
Yeah,
to
it just
adult
made
moments.
sense.
Yeah, right.
They introduced spreadsheets.
Yeah, that's
It's like-
adult making sense.
It's an MMO where
And
we're
then-
playing as
and then
cats
we-
and lizards with armor.
And then we
Calm
slowly
down with
found
the
out that it was
spreadsheets.
Bridget that made it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was not intentional. What the hell were we even
I
talking
think I almost
Destiny
broke that mirror, to be
Destiny-
honest. I went
Alright,
Destiny
I
2 is
Well,
gonna
we're
be
gonna
good.
move on a little bit because we are getting dragged out. But the other game I was going to talk about was another Ubi game, For Honor, which was a total mess at
That-
release.
They
Because of
handled
the server,
it.
the
Okay,
server
well,
problem. I mean, the
It
game
was it was a great game. Gameplay was awesome,
it was
but
blast.
it's just there was just this whole problem with servers where you would drop out of games. You couldn't team up with friends because you would go through the whole process of doing matchmaking, and then 2 of you would get in, and then the one person would just be left out, and it was just like, well, you know, I don't know what to do now, and you couldn't. It would take like 5 minutes to leave that party that you had just joined.
That, along with the peer-to-peer connection stuff,
Yeah,
totally killed
exactly.
it. And the problem with all this shit that we're talking about is these are huge companies
Just
Yeah,
that
yeah,
aren't
and
putting the
save
time
money.
into. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's awful.
Well, it's not because For Honor, it's a small company that's backed by
No,
a
well, no,
huger-
well,
yeah, it's a
so
sub company.
what happened is
publisher
what-
versus developer.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
So the developer got the money from the publisher, and then I'm sure they just try to ram it out as fast as possible and end up being a total.
I don't.
crapshoot.
Yeah,
People
I
still
don't
play
know.
it.
I think
Right.
the
Not
game,
nearly
the game
as
was
fun.
good.
Yeah, it's fun.
It was just their connectivity issues. They should have
Yeah,
worked on
mechanically,
it,
it
more.
was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah,
Server
that
and
was
whatever.
just like Rockstar's online. The first week.
Okay, now that was due to server
Their server
overload.
overload.
was,
was
yeah.
just-
But
This
they
was
had
not
servers; they
due-
were prepared.
they
just
weren't prepared for that.
They
Like,
didn't anticipate that
it's
many
like,
people
you can
trying to
understand.
get on. It
Like,
was a mess.
I mean,
Most games are
some
like
of
that.
that
When
tech-
WoW expansions come out,
yeah,
it's on
some of that
nobody
technical stuff
They definitely-
we probably don't actually understand. So maybe we're kind of could be
Battlefield
bashing
was a
them for no
horror
reason.
to try to connect with.
Oh yeah,
groups.
Battlefield. You talk about
Battlefield
Battlefield.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 was awful. I literally I think the issue was they didn't tell you were in a queue, even though because I was literally waiting in line for like an hour with Matlock, and I couldn't play. And then, like I leave, and he joined me in like an instant, and I was like,
This is on Xbox.
yeah,
One.
Xbox.
Okay.
Oh no,
No, PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
So like
More
it was.
Battlefield.
No, he has
He has a
PS4
PlayStation.
now.
Okay,
Oh.
yeah, his PS.
All right,
his PS4.
Yeah, he wastes money
Like,
on not PC.
So it made the game like I didn't really play that much of it. The game was a lot of fun, but just loading screen. It was like you do a loading screen, and then another loading screen, and then do another loading screen with dialogue, and then you'd wait into a black screen with little white things spinning, and you just when you get to that, you're like, oh, I'm almost there.
See, yeah, you can
I'm
give them
almost
the
there.
benefit of like, oh, maybe the publisher pushed them, but the point is they have just all this income that they're sitting
Yeah.
on, and they just won't put the extra whatever. I don't give a shit what it is. Just make a
Make it
complete
better.
game. Be CED Project Red and move on. Okay, make the game
That's
complete.
so easy. Step 1, be project.
Be a studio that's worth over
Step
$1 billion.
two,
Pretty fucking
profit.
simple.
But like the big thing, it does come down to user base because it's like we're the ones that are feeding them.
Right. So
yeah,
for For Honor, they actually set up a player strike
yeah,
for a day,
exactly.
and nobody
Wow.
played it. So
Did it actually go through?
there was an update right after
Yeah.
that.
Oh, really?
So
Wow.
it didn't address everything that was
But-
But still.
complained about, but it
I mean,
got some changes for
The
it.
big
probably
thing is,
lost some money,
still
too.
they're
They sure
losing.
did.
They're still losing a huge player base. Like every time I'm like looking on my phone, I'm just seeing For Honor player base still dropping. Great game.
Yeah.
Player base is still dropping.
What's like
That's like Evolve.
Yeah.
When Evolve
We
first
don't
came
even
out-
talk
Well,
about
see,
Evolve.
Evolve was another DLC thing that
Yeah,
cracked the game did.
their issue was the DLC thing. How everything was like, oh, you gotta buy this to get this.
$8 for a yellow
Yeah,
monster.
nobody
Yeah.
wanted. Nobody
Whoa.
liked that. So everybody just.
Well,
they
well,
ended up
the
making it-
aesthetic stuff's not bad. It's whenever you're just blocking
But it's
people off
day
with
one.
content. Yeah,
they had
well,
day 1 color stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Put it in the fucking game.
When you have
It's
a game
there.
when you have a game that comes out and you're already releasing DLC on the
Right.
first day.
Day 1 DLC.
What are
is
you
right
doing?
there.
Yeah.
What
That's,
is
they
that
they
even
purposely
saying?
cut that out of the
What is
core
that
experience.
saying?
Well, that-
Players
That's
make
just
I think
money.
money
Yeah.
grabbing. Like,
Exactly.
Well, I think that experience literally that nearly killed that studio. Now they're working on other
It did.
stuff. It killed the game for
Then
sure.
they made it
Yeah.
free to play.
They made it free to play
right?
because
Right, and
nobody
it
played
still
it.
died.
Yeah.
They apparently they had like over like only 150,000 people or something like that playing.
Yeah, well,
No, I
it's
remember
'cause
there
you
was
had
like- it
people-
was like
it's
1,000.
'cause you had people
Yeah, I
like
think
Jerry
it was like
playing
1,000
ruining
people
the game for everyone.
What?
I don't have any.
You're
We're
the
not,
sole
we're not,
reason
we're
the
not
game's
getting
failed.
into this. We're not getting, but
No, we
you
are.
guys, we played for 4 like hours at least, or something like that.
The game wasn't bad. It
and
was just
I
the
was
way-
literally the monster every single time, and all my friends killed me over and over. Literally, they were laughing at it. They were calling me names. They were having the best time of their lives.
Just fucking your
and they
shit
were like,
up.
"Yeah, this is great." And the next day at work, they're all talking about like, "Yeah, you freaking suck. That was great." But then,
retribution.
but then,
come to
here
pass.
it came. They logged off. When they logged off, I just think, okay, I'm gonna keep playing. So I played my other
For
matches
days.
against other online people, and I got my butt kicked over and over. And I got enough credits because god awful, you got to pay money to get credits or whatever. That's probably why they lost revenue in the game. But so I unlocked a new monster. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna try this monster out. And then it was downhill from there. I became unkillable. I actually had a set strategy to kill. It's just to mess with your mind. And like I played the spider character, and they had an ability
Gorgon.
where. Oh yeah, I had 2 characters. I got both.
Well, you got the Wraith.
Yeah, I got Wraith
Yeah,
too.
Wraith.
But yeah, Wraith was just overpowered. That's why I didn't play it. But the spider character they had an ability where you could drop an egg sack. And what I would do just to piss people off, just to make them frustrated, it was immediately when you spawn in, there's these red flares to show, okay, this is where the people are going to spawn. I would just drop an egg sack there, and it would run towards the person. The first person that jumped down and grab them and take them to half health and run off in a direction. So I would just do that just to mess with them. And so my goal was to just
So we get you as a player is to just be a
menace.
tyrant of an asshole.
Oh, yeah.
just-
Oh, yeah.
Menace
It
to
wasn't, no,
society.
it wasn't even that you were playing a different character. It's that the fact that you were able to outlevel all of us.
You just
by
put
an
like quadruple the
extreme-
time in.
by
Yeah.
an extreme amount, and you had in this
You
game
were more
evolved-
skilled.
Yeah.
You put the time.
Yeah.
I put the time into it, but
Not that you were bad. It's
Yeah,
just
I also had,
permanent
I had my own
perks you had to
strategies,
do.
but
You
I
got
also
perks.
I used my
Yeah, the
strategies
perks.
with the perks though. See, some of the perks allow you like, okay, here's an attack where you hit a person and they bleed for like a crap ton of damage over time. And I
You
was
should
like,
have just been able to turn off.
oh, I'm gonna get that. So I literally get that. I hit you guys
Yeah.
like 3 times. And I jump in a direction. You guys are bleeding out to
Yeah.
death.
All right. Well, fuck that game.
Yeah.
All right.
Moving on.
All right. We were going to talk about upcoming games. We were going to talk about Destiny, but I guess
That's
Yeah, that kind of
We covered that.
We're
Yeah,
good. Covered
uh,
that.
we could get
It
into
looks really cool.
Cyberpunk because I'm just god, do I love them so much.
Prey, the new
But-
Prey.
Well, we can talk about that, or do you want to talk about that right now?
Yeah,
So I actually watched an interesting video about the development of the original Prey, which actually looked, and I saw some videos, pretty cool. You were a human
Yeah,
bounty
you were-
hunter in hunting aliens and stuff. It looked
that was
awesome.
that was the original
So
Prey
it's
2.
like
the
Space
original
Witch. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the
Okay.
original Prey. You were like
so. Yeah, I'm talking about the development
Exactly.
of the
yeah.
But then Bethesda did some shady ass shit and bought out Human Head and then snuffed their project.
Oh yeah,
funding.
they
Yeah.
just
They
totally,
did some shitty
Bethesda
stuff.
are crazy.
It's
Yeah,
kind of like
they-
what happened with
they do
Microsoft
that all
and
the
Rare.
time.
How
Well,
Microsoft
okay, well
bought
look what
Rare.
they. But look how it benefited like Doom.
I mean, it does in some cases, but
But
in other
they-
cases, some
Yeah, the
companies
new
don't
was
even get a
pretty good.
chance because
Yeah.
they just get
Well, because they're too powerful.
Right, exactly.
But yeah, the new Prey game, I mean, I've seen stuff. It looks interesting. It kind of looks like Dishonored in space. If you've ever played Dishonored, Dishonored was fun. It's cool.
It is
A lot of freedom to do stuff, but
It,
maybe
from
with more
from what I
horror.
got from it, because I didn't really see that much about it. I didn't really watch a lot of gameplay, but from the trailers and stuff, and from what I've got from it, it's like a Groundhog Day, where you just wake up you do stuff like every day.
No, see, I think what it is it's trying to make you. It's like some kind of simulation.
Yeah,
that's
it's
going on in
like
the
a
station.
Groundhog, but like it's a puzzle game too.
If I had to guess, it's they pumped you full of these neuro mods, the things that make you aliens, and see how you would react in the environment.
like
That's what the
I think
story's
the
gonna
most
be.
interesting that
All
grabbed
you're
me.
describing to me is Witcher in space.
Witcher's way better.
But like from
No,
the
no,
original,
I know.
what
Dumping mutagens into you, dude.
well, yeah, you can turn into a coffee cup in the thing. And
yeah,
roll
but
through
from
it.
the original Prey, when you're
What?
like when you're the Indian
I-
guy,
If we could pull up
when you're the
Matt,
Native American-
the computer guy,
you're the Native American
Matt.
in space.
show
That-
the coffee cup thing.
Yeah,
You can
When
be
you're
a
the
coffee
na-
cup.
It's called a mimic,
yeah.
so you can mimic any object.
It's kind of like prop
Hunt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like,
Why don't we
Matt
just
is
play
not-
prop
yeah,
hunt then?
but no, but see the original,
mod,
the
dude.
original
Come on.
Prey.
Original Prey game.
Yeah,
It has no connection.
yeah,
with
I
it,
understand.
so
It has
don't
no
even-
connection to that, but like what stood out was the
That looks
portals.
great, Matt.
Was the portals in the game? So
Oh,
I
I
guess
get
the
it now.
new thing is the ability to turn into cups and chairs and
Yeah, it's because it's completely
It-
different.
it's
So you're morphing yourself with an alien and getting their abilities.
yeah.
essentially.
So it's pretty. I mean,
Or a
it's,
coffee.
other games have done that, but it was
yeah,
cool.
because aliens want to be coffee cups. I guess that's their
Okay.
end game.
It's Beauty and the Beast, the game, dude. Everyone's furniture.
Beauty in the cup.
Yeah.
But then there was what was-
Furniture has no limits. IKEA is the final stage.
Well, funny story about the original Prey. I played that. Got the worst motion sickness of my whole entire
Oh
life.
yeah,
on
that's
that
something
game.
the gravity switches and
Yeah.
that's it made the game pretty
Worse
unique.
than
I've
Space
never.
Engineers?
I don't think I
Remember
played
Space
30
Engineers?
seconds of that game.
Yeah, because it made you pretty sick.
Well,
Yeah,
'cause,
but it
like
was
they had,
worse than-
yeah, they had portals that you'd walk through and it'll make you smaller, and then
Yeah.
you see like enemies that are huge. You're like, what the heck? And you walk through another portal and you're big, and you like walk on your ceiling. The weapons that were interesting. You had like a little spider creature.
Yeah, it's an alien shooter.
Yeah, the game was really cool.
I don't know. I'm probably not getting Prey. I don't plan on buying it. But
I don't plan
No.
on it either. I'll check it out though. Like, I'll watch videos
Right.
on it if I'm interested.
All right, yeah, Cyberpunk. We know nothing about that, so I'm not even going to dive into the possibility that I could probably talk about.
But which is
that.
going to be better though?
I don't know, dude. I have high hopes. Anyway, and then Red Dead was the other one. At least there's trailers out for that.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, it looks like it's going to be co-op.
It's
People have guessed that.
It's
Yeah.
probably gonna be online, kind of like
No.
GTA.
What
Or
they say
actual co-op.
story
Well,
mode.
will be yeah.
Because
Oh,
you're with
wow.
his original gang, I'm
Yeah.
guessing, right? And they show them all with different stuff, and I'm guessing they're either all playable or it's straight up co-op.
Who's
they were
original
saying that
John
it's,
Marston?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You're
They-
playing as John Marston.
yeah, it's a
His
I
gang.
believe- yeah,
It's a
It's
prequel.
like a
Yeah.
prequel. Yeah.
All right.
but they were saying that it's
Ooh,
going to be
man,
like
exciting.
GTA, where
Oh,
like,
the
you
mod-
can
switch
where
characters.
you switch the characters.
Ah,
I mean, that's like kind of like
that was okay.
Divides the story.
it
of
divides
it
the
kinda-
story
yeah.
too much. You're not the same character.
but-
It takes a lot away from emotional like
I don't-
development of
yeah,
the character.
I mean,
I don't know.
agree with
Teleporting on Trevor was pretty freaking great.
Right, but
See
that
where,
was
see
the
where he
problem.
was.
Trevor was so good. I mean, to me, Trevor was not that any of the other ones were bad. That it just made the other ones look worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because Trevor was just
He was the
He
extreme.
was so.
Oh, he
Like
was-
you teleport to him and he's like wearing a dress, drunk, laying on a railroad tracks, and a train was coming,
Yeah.
and you're just like, oh god! But like other characters didn't seem that interesting. Like you go to Michael, he's sitting in his house watching a movie. Like so, you
I
know,
was
I'd
watching
always
stuff
play as
about
Trevor.
them. Let's see how I looked at it, and someone was saying that that's not his id, ego, and super ego.
Yeah.
You're playing as the three, parts of your brain and how they operate in today's world. And obviously Trevor's the id, just being complete impulse based, and the other two,
So I'd be interesting to see.
I, I,
But
I
feel
hope
like
I hope
there's
it's
too many
co-op.
characters in
Yeah.
Red
Oh,
Dead
yeah,
2 for
probably.
it
God,
to work
are they
like
doing
that.
more than 3?
It's
No,
like
it's just
7
three.
or something.
Wait.
No, it's a
it's
group
a
of them.
gang.
It's
It's a gang.
him and I think
No,
maybe
what I
4 or
heard
5
is
other
it's
can play
players.
only,
all
you're
of
only
them,
playing 3 characters though.
That would mean that
So
you could
that-
have
but
7-player co-op if all of them.
None
were
of this is
playing.
confirmed,
Which
right?
would be
Right.
insane.
We're all
Yeah,
just
no,
Right.
this is all
This is all
one of the
speculation.
biggest speculations is that they're going to be introducing like Indian tribes into the game. So you're going to be doing like
Oh
where
shit!
you're fighting like
Chopping off people's
Indians,
feet.
like a lot of like stuff
They're
that's
all
been
about
going
that.
off. Like
Chopping off
there
people's
was
feet.
something
yeah.
like where one of
You
the
gotta read
main
Cormac McCarthy.
one of the main artists like for this game, they saw like into his booklet, his book or whatever, and like they saw
Well,
like
that's-
drawings of like Indians and like
That's
different types
a
of
whole other
Indians.
animal.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty interesting adversary. In a game.
Yeah. So
I wonder if Johnny
So-
Depp will be one of the
That's
Indians.
aside from cops
we're not
and
talking about
robbers,
stupid ass Lone Ranger. remake.
cops and robbers in the Wild West. The Indians would be pretty cool, but Native Americans.
Native American.
Yeah.
Racist.
I think it's First Nation. First
Wait, what?
Nationers.
That's not even. We're not even getting into that. Forget that.
No,
But
this
I
is
don't
a
know, Red Dead
political
looks really-
podcast now.
Oh God.
No. Okay, moving on.
But yeah, it's going to have all the online stuff. I'm sure they're going to be moving train heists and all that.
I
kind of
hope so.
crazy
Yeah,
I
shit.
mean,
absolutely.
because
Yeah.
what's going to be like the final thing that you
Well, like,
do?
one of
in-
the
Well,
big-
I'm
in
pretty
a
sure
Wild
they've even.
West game.
I mean,
Yeah.
whenever they speculate what's going to be in the game, I know they did this with Cyberpunk. Is they see what their job listings are and what they're trying to
Yeah.
hire, and a lot of it's online based
Right.
stuff.
Like
And Cyberpunk
one of the
did
big
same
things
thing,
they
too.
described like Red Dead as like the gang, like the main gang, like before like everything happened is that they were kind of like a Robin Hood kind of game where they stole from the rich and gave to the poor,
Oh, okay.
and like over time like the main leader he kind of like just derailed the whole.
Interesting.
But like
Descent into
and there was
Madness.
something like they did
It's my
like
favorite
40
shit
like
in
40
stories.
something heists. Like so, we're probably gonna in this new
okay.
game. It's gonna be like something like where you're going through.
Well, they have a story.
Heist after
You
heist
I mean,
after heist
manner-
after
manner
yeah, if they're
heist.
going with the same storyline,
Yeah, pretty
they
cool.
have to follow
Yeah.
what they've said in the previous game. You
Yeah.
can't just go changing that shit. That's just what the story is.
I don't know.
But
It's
how will
gonna
they
be
do
interesting.
online, Are they going to have like an
It-
open world online like GTA?
It's
but
probably
it's
gonna be like
gonna-
make your own character,
Make your own
Yeah.
cowpoke?
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
it's
they'll have
probably gonna
Native
be
Americans that you
more
can be. I'd be
PS4.
Throw tomahawks?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
That'd be amazing.
You can do that in the first one. You get Tomahawk and throw it.
The big thing is how is this gonna impact like GTA, like their user
Well,
base?
It's going to make them a lot of money.
Well,
regardless.
this is-
because like is it gonna take people away from GTA
Well, okay. Well,
to
well,
play this
what's the
game?
difference?
Like to play the
Uh,
multiplayer.
Vehicle. I think the biggest issue would be the access to all the vehicles you have in GTA. Because I know
The horses.
Yeah,
Different
the
mounts.
horse. Yeah, even like horse.
Pimp my stallion.
You're not gonna have that much
Well, that's a
variety.
Buffalo.
I think. So I know GTA. Like for me,
Well, there's like horse
for
armor,
me,
isn't
I
there?
suck at
Isn't there,
driving
like,
in
horse armor
GTA.
or something?
Like I genuinely
No.
cannot
Black-
drive
the
a
war
car
horse.
in GTA.
That's a special.
But
Hold on.
but I fly, so I fly a lot in GTA. But like for Red Dead, there's no planes. You
So what? I mean, you could customize your
Yeah, I
outfit. That's
understand.
engravings on your
Like,
gun.
so
There's
for
gonna be a
variety,
million
for
different
variety,
things.
yeah, you have horses, maybe cattle. You can ride. but-
Joey's just sad he can't fly.
Yeah,
right?
no,
you
no, no.
just
I'm
ride
not.
on-
I'm not trying.
ride on
That's an
giant
example
cobras.
for stuff you might not have.
Yeah, but that's just
Wow.
the environment that they're
Yeah.
in. And that's something that I'm sure they'll find a creative way around.
You might be able to have like the cool train things where you can like
But
crank up and down.
In terms of the player base, what would it matter to Rockstar? They're all playing their stuff.
Rockstar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
it's I don't know because
Different
it's like,
studios doing different things.
Exactly.
I don't-
Yeah.
I'm sure GTA will still keep a healthy crowd.
I mean, like they got to be looking at it from a standpoint like how can we make the most money out of this? Not just getting the same users from.
GTA has made so much
Yeah, yeah.
money. They're still in like top 10 in sales.
I mean, I know I've personally bought the game 3 different times. No, 4, 5 times.
Ladies and gentlemen,
5 times.
you're in the presence of a complete moron.
Yeah, no, I bought it for Xbox 360. Then I traded that in for a PS3
Oh, right, whenever
version.
it was upgrading.
Then I
Oh, wow,
upgraded the
forgot it was on
PS3
the
version
PS
to
Holy
PS4,
yeah.
and
We
then
used
I
to be
bought
original
That's how
on
the
Xbox.
PC
You
version.
remember?
That's how
Yeah.
old that game
Yeah,
is.
dude.
It's incredible.
And they're still
Oh, yeah.
coming out with
That's
constant
the-
updates.
That's the big thing. This is the first game that Rockstar has made in 4 years.
Mhm.
They've just been like kind of re-releasing GTA over it.
They
This
made
is
a
like
joke
the first-
about that.
Yeah, this
in
is
the
like the-
storyline, by
This
the
is
way.
like it's been 4 years since they've made the game, and this is like so.
Well, because they're probably just pumping everything they have.
Oh, there's
I mean,
all-
there's
there's
they're running
so
out of
much
time.
DLC.
They've got the
though.
free DLC too. They do that shit all the time.
Right.
Plus, there's user created content, so it has life. And-
Rockstar
Yeah.
gets it.
Yeah, they do.
They have a
do
lot
that.
riding on this game. Hopefully it's gonna live, up to like all our expectations and stuff like
I mean,
that.
imagining
That's
having
the-
like
great.
shootouts
that's-
with people online,
That-
that'd be cool.
I mean,
Having
I
like
saw-
duels.
I saw
do you
some-
have your
oh,
Justin duels?
I saw some demo of that, and it looked pretty interesting. But we'll just have to
See
wait
where
and
it goes.
see.
We
Yeah.
still
You're gonna
got
play like Rock
Still
Paper
got a couple
Scissors.
of months.
I still
yeah,
think
something like
if
that.
they do add Indians in, that's going to be like the big turning point. Like just having that kind of like guerrilla warfare kind of combat system in it. If you can play as like
Yeah, man.
in like Cherokees,
Put
and
in
stuff
like blankets with like polio and shit in it.
Yeah,
Right in the
Right.
winter time.
Yeah.
Indians
drive-by,
put it on and they
drive-bys
die.
with canoes and
You
stuff
just
like that.
log in and getting kills.
I'm gonna be DiCaprio. Getting mauled
He's
by
not
bears
real
and shit.
Indian, dude. Calm down.
Well, not as an Indian.
We're not
just as
playing
a-
Revenant. Dude.
We're frontiersmen.
You don't
Anyway.
battle a bear.
And lose.
think I'm decades off, maybe more than that. All right, anybody have any other games they're interested in coming out soon?
Were we going to talk about Warhammer at all? I mean,
Brad,
Brad, talk about Warhammer.
Brad? I hate those type of games. So.
Let Brad talk. All right, yeah, that's not bad.
Brad, all right.
Not bad. All right. I'm down with that.
We don't want to like dive into Call of Duty's going back to World War II. Awesome Call of Duty. All right, moving on.
If you didn't notice, Hunter did like a jerking off.
Well, they definitely
That's
did.
We can't see it.
No, but they heard me.
Hunter, put your
That's
shirt
how
back on.
he sounds in real life, by the way.
I'm much louder than that. I was going to do a state of gaming thing, but we've kind of covered that with Ubisoft DLC and server issues and all that kind of crap. Any other gripes with the shit that's going on? I mean, you wow people with how they change stuff all the time.
Blizzard.
I think it's in a good place.
Blizzard. I think as a whole, it's doing good. But a lot of stuff right now is making people overwhelmed. Is they're time gating now. They're starting to time gate stuff, kind of like how Warframe has it.
I'm sorry. Explain that term to me.
Okay.
Quickly.
You can't get something
2
until
seconds.
after a few days, for instance.
Why?
They'll limit how much of
They
something
limit.
you can get.
You can only do.
So say you need 20 things, they'll make it so you can only get 5 a
For
day.
instance, how WoW used to be.
So you have to
if
keep
you want
coming back
rep,
every
you
day.
can literally
just
spend.
grind through.
Nope.
No, you can literally for grinding. You can literally spend like 12 hours grinding a set
That's like
mobs to get EXP.
like a
but now,
synthetic longevity.
yeah,
Right,
so now you
exactly.
can't. So now it's like
just
you have
artificial
to.
game length.
Right.
You literally have to. It'll take you like 12 weeks to get a certain amount of reps to get something, and that's kind of. I personally don't like that, but I can see why they're doing it because they want trying to,
They
Can you pay to
No.
take
No,
no.
WoW has never had a pay to win thing ever.
And that's one big thing that's going on. Like Rainbow has, like you can pay to get operators and stuff, but nothing within the gameplay actually ever changes. You can never get an actual advantage. You're only buying aesthetic stuff and operators.
Yeah.
Some like For Honor had a big problem with this.
Yeah.
It straddled the line between pay.
Well, see,
pay
that
to
was
win.
that was a problem. For Honor did what Mass Effect 3 did, where you could buy these random loot boxes that give you equipment. But the difference is Mass Effect 3 was Horde mode,
Right.
and
No people.
Yeah,
For
so
Honor
for
was
PvP,
PvP
yeah, you could
exclusively.
you're buying stuff to upgrade your
Right,
weapons,
but-
exactly.
which was
But
they tried to balance weapons by
No.
if you wanted more attack power, you lost attack speed or something like that.
even then, even if you're going up against these people that are like, they bought all this gear and stuff like that. This game, For Honor, was mostly skill based still, and you would still go up against these people that are just,
Right,
they suck.
that
They
being
completely suck
being
at
said,
the
in
game,
Joel's and 2-on-2, your
Yeah.
gear stats did not matter.
right.
So
It
they
came
did
down
okay
to-
jump. It was
yeah.
close though. A lot of people didn't like it.
I mean, it's a risky move
Yeah.
for that to be a PvP.
Like,
I never had a problem with. I mean, whenever I dueled people, I thought it was relatively fair.
The
The
big-
only
the
game
big
thing was
thing-
knocking people
yeah.
off ledges,
The big thing,
douchebag, and double teaming.
Yeah. The big thing with like doing the whole just like gear itemization is if you didn't know what like each character specialized in
Their
with
combos.
like because
Yeah, but
you could
that's
go up against a warden that was doing like where he
The
could hit you
spamming
with
the
one,
unblockables.
no, he could hit you with one of his upper heavy attacks and it would knock you down to like a tenth of your your health, and it was just based off their armor, so you never knew kind of like what was gonna happen.
Yeah. But that was only in the team modes.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to keep it just one-on-one, which was some of the tensest and funnest parts of that game, I don't know. It had its problems. All right, I was going to move on to movies and TV. Do you guys want to talk about like movies that we've seen recently? Because we do go quite often.
You know what I watched last night?
Don't talk about it. Please don't. Don't bring it up.
Gaza, Egypt.
All right. You want to talk about Logan?
It was a good movie.
That's it?
I don't.
Hey, how many of you guys
we don't
cried?
wanna-
How many of you guys cried in the theater?
I had one tear.
I had a couple too.
What did I say? I thought about
You
crying.
consider
I
crying.
consider
You consider crying.
Okay, well, the more I think about that
Don't
movie...
spoil
is-
it.
No, too bad. Spoiler alert. It's
Oh.
coming at you. Well, not really. Not really. Oh, you haven't seen it, Bridget?
No.
Oh, you...
Well,
Yeah.
well then, damn
No,
it.
it's really good.
I
It's really
can't
good.
segue into what I want to.
Okay,
It
well,
sucks.
the
It's a very-
movie's great. It fits the character like dead on.
It's extremely tense the whole way through. Like you feel.
I have
Right.
yet to
Feel
see.
for this
All,
dude.
it's not a standard X-Men movie. Like it is gritty. It is emotional.
But that was a
That
purpose.
was
Yeah.
the
And it fits
reason
Wolverine's
for it.
character
It was very well done.
It's a real movie. Like we're talking like real problems with everyday life.
Okay, yeah.
It hits on like real experiences that like people go through with just like how time passes and stuff like that. And, it's never been done before. A lot of the Marvel movies, it kind of just goes with, like, these characters, they have superpowers, they're kind of inhuman. There's nothing really real about them. But, like, with what Wolverine, touched on was that humanity and a lot of these, superhero characters, allowed you to, like, to relate to them more.
Well, they definitely try to do it. This might have been first off, the darkest, but very real
by
look.
far.
Look at that. My one problem with these movies, and the more I think about it, the more it makes me mad, and the less I like the movie because of it, is they just push sequel bullshit into movies. If they didn't have the part with the kids, they did not have to have those fucking kids at the end of the movie at all. It just was, okay, now we have another group of X-Men coming along, now we still have a franchise available. It makes me want to fucking puke.
The big thing is, I don't think, if they're going to make a sequel, I think it's going to be a couple years. Because if they make it about the kids, it's not going to be the same if they make it about the kids. Yeah. I think
it'll be them growing up, but it's like the same power. Like the one kid had the black kid, ironically, had the electricity power, just like Storm.
No, his character is actually different. His character is derived from the guy from X-Men Origins who does light bulbs.
Different.
Yeah. That guy.
No, whatever.
What did you say?
Static Shock, dude.
All right. Well,
superhero Static Shock.
Anyway, they just like
sick, dude.
They're like cutting these characters' ties, but rebuilding them at the same time and not just letting go. I totally get that they want to make money.
Some of the characters, like in that group of young kids, already have like a standpoint in the comics, Marvel comic.
Is the dude that can grow grass?
Yeah, but then they didn't need to be.
He had pretty cool power.
Yeah, he shut up. No, but they didn't need to put them in, as far as I'm concerned. They can say they existed, but they didn't have to have this like false sense of look at you're gonna care about these guys. I don't give a shit about any one of them besides the main little girl that
Yeah, that could have just been.
What's her name?
It could have just been
X-23 or something.
24.
24.
I think
she's of age.
Yeah.
What?
Ugh. Okay.
XXX24.
Oh,
sure.
Google that.
Even after the movies, Marvel made a big response to like the whole Wolverine like legacy with like how it's going to go on and stuff like that. I don't want to ruin it for Bridget, so I'm not going to say what they did.
And it's totally fine, but because that's a different character, and they ended.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it was the big thing is that they're not going. With Marvel is how they're going with it. They're not going with the girl. It's a different. They're going with a different like.
All right. Well, we won't go too far, but the movie was fantastic. You guys want to talk about Ghost in the Shell too?
Ugh.
Okay, pretty average.
Story was.
I would say it's average. The cinematography is insane.
Yeah, it
go to see it just for that.
It looked really good.
It did.
It looked really good, but like
3D. This movie was made for 3D. There are so many scenes in this movie where visually it is just magnified if it's in 3D. Like the whole fighting, there's a whole fighting scene where they fight in water, and that scene alone is just enough to go see it in 3D.
It's straight out of the anime.
Well,
right?
Exactly.
A lot of the scenes were actually taken from the anime, which was pretty good, pretty well done.
Modified.
But yeah, some of them were modified. Some of the story was also modified.
But that's to be expected,
Yeah, they didn't want to keep it, I guess, to the anime. So, to people who haven't seen the anime, it is a standalone movie, I guess you could say. But yeah, the visuals were really good. But if you've seen the anime, you might be deterred from watching it. But it was pretty solid.
It was definitely based on an anime for me.
Yeah.
It was everything was just over dramatic for me. I mean, visual. It was okay. It was fine. I watched it. I don't regret it, but. That's just what I should expect from anime.
Should just went to see it like what Tyler went to see it for the ScarJo camel toe, man.
No, I get everything in that movie, but I don't get the corn burning.
wrong movie.
Interstellar. We went and saw it with a bunch of people, and the density of that movie.
Yeah,
something takes a little bit to take in, and the one guy goes, I get everything else. I get wormholes and time and everything.
Fifth dimension.
Fifth dimension bulk beings. I don't understand why they burn the corn. Just the most
why'd they burn the corn at the end?
Did the corn do something? Was the corn creating the wormhole? I don't understand. All right.
Oh man.
All right. Is there any other movies you guys want to talk about?
No. We've seen recently.
Yes, actually.
Gotta be cool.
This is what I was going to say.
Up,
upcoming movies that I want to talk about. We'll get into Star Wars in a second. Oh, did you?
Well,
We saw King Kong.
I know that the DC universe has got shat on pretty hard, but their animated movies are fantastic.
Oh yeah,
100%.
everything
I
with
won't
Teen
do it.
Titans.
I won't do it.
The
Teen
Teen
Titans?
Titans. Oh my god, that whole movie series is amazing.
So I haven't seen the Judas Contract yet.
I was gonna
Oh
say,
my
can
God.
you
You
explain
need
that?
to
Because
see
I
that.
asked
I'm
Jerry
about
about
to
that.
Watch it this weekend, but
I asked Jerry about that at Target because we got those in, and I
the
had
Blue
no
Beetle.
idea.
He's like,
I was like,
Cyborg.
"This isn't Cyborg. Who's this guy?"
The Blue Beetle,
Blue
he's
Beetle
like,
is
yeah,
amazing. But then their Netflix picked up Young Justice.
for the
Which
third
is
For
season.
the
essentially
third
Teen
season.
Titans.
Yes, but Blue Beetle plays a big part in the Young Justice series near the end. But the animation's great, the storylines are great, characters are great.
Yeah.
Swampy.
Oh,
Yeah, Young Justice was a completely like a lot of people didn't appreciate like what it brought for like DC and stuff like that, and it was definitely like a continuation of like what Teen Titan was, and like it, but like with a deeper story, a lot darker, but it was great.
No.
Please.
Yeah.
Let Nate finish. Quit interrupting.
No, I already did pretty
All
much.
Okay.
It was great.
So okay, so where's the disconnect between the actual movies and the
I
kind of
think
cartoons?
with
Everyone gonna get all
DC
pissy about it?
I think with DC, they tell stories better in an animation form.
Yeah.
Marvel
Yeah, but
tells
that's
it better.
ridiculous.
It's harder
It's
to translate that
You
into
can
real
get
life.
away
I think
with
it's
a lot more by animating stuff.
Yeah,
Like
It's harder to translate that stuff into real life sometimes.
yeah.
because
But
you
it's
don't
not like
take it.
Marvel does a
In
good
some
job, I'm
ways,
sure,
you
with their
don't take it
cartoons
as
well.
seriously. It's a lot, it's a lot harder to translate.
See, I always thought it was just missteps in the people you allow to do this.
I think it is
Like-
also that the directors
What's
and
Zack Snyder's a
screenwriters-
moron.
yeah.
We have to come to terms with that. They made a huge mistake putting
Yeah, I
him in
didn't like
charge.
that.
I don't even hate Man of Steel, but like then you watch it like him do whatever
Man
the
of
hell
Steel
he
was
did
good.
in Justice League or the start of what was that movie called?
Batman
vs
vs. Superman.
Oh my god, I can't even remember. So
with his wet dreams of spiders.
yeah, just
Or
no,
was it
bats.
bad?
The
Spiders.
Spiders.
They're
Spider-Man's
so
in it.
tasty.
Yeah,
Crossing-
the ultimate
crossing-
crossover.
I'm sorry, man. Eat spiders.
Spiders.
Eat spiders.
Spider Eater.
But yeah, okay, we can talk about Guardians now too. Actually, reviews were coming out for it, and they're all pretty. I mean, Marvel doesn't miss anymore. They know what they're doing. They deliver on that, and it's just a matter of what quality of good. Do they give it to
Going
you.
off of Guardians, I think the other big thing is Thor Ragnarok.
Oh.
You're kind of seeing
That's a weird.
No.
That's a
Yeah,
weird.
I
trailer.
have some. Yeah, good.
But the way they're going about Thor Ragnarok is like they're making it so they're kind of like introducing that comedy style because they want to bring over the Avengers and the Guardians
I
together.
was gonna say the
'Cause
Guardian
they're
fans
bringing
would probably
it. They're
go.
bringing
Yeah,
it
but I
over
mean,
into Infinity Wars
Yeah,
because
because
that introduces both teams.
you had that Tony Stark
Yeah.
constantly cracking jokes. Ant-Man was just funny
Yeah.
too.
Hold
I mean,
on, man.
it's a
For the
very middle.
most-
It gives you
yeah.
both on either end.
Because for the most part, Avenger movies like Iron Man and stuff, they're a lot more serious.
Oh, definitely in tone.
And so by making like Thor Ragnarok kind of like that funny scene like with Hulk and stuff
See,
like that,
that's-
they're introducing kind of like that middle ground between the two different films.
Like not even just the Hulk scene. I felt the whole
Yeah.
trailer was
And-
super lighthearted. Like,
Yeah.
like he wasn't
but-
taking
yeah,
anything
okay, but then you have
seriously.
who was that?
Uh,
Kate Blanchett is the bad. What's her name? Blanchett.
hell yeah. Or
Well, that's the actress playing her. Anyway, she's coming in and she's just like a black swarm goo, just destroying.
yeah, she's
Tell you.
hell yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But then everything's lighthearted, and then
Yeah,
you have
that's
the
what I
Hulk
was
in
like.
armor. It's
Well,
just I don't
We're
understand.
putting
Well,
him in space, so like he's now among he's among the Guardians of the Galaxy universe pretty much.
yeah,
at
but
this
so he
point.
has Centurion armor.
Well, no.
Because he's been made into a gladiator. He's got like
Yeah, but it's just so.
There was a cutoff from
It
like
just seems
I think it was called
forced to me.
Planet Hulk.
Yeah,
So
Planet
he's-
Hulk,
Planet
yeah.
Hulk leaves in space and he had armor and all that stuff.
I guess
But-
I mean, I'm more of a realism guy. I'm always a Christopher Nolan Batman person, but it's
that's
just
DC,
it's-
man. You're talking about Marvel.
I
here.
know,
That's a
I know,
whole
and I'm
different
just talking about in
ballpark.
terms of superhero movies. I always like the tone to be.
Well,
much more realistic.
for instance, for Thor's. All right, but Thor was
Don't
always
mind
in
the
space
screeching.
with Asgard. They had that connection to all
We
the
need to
planets
credit
and all that stuff. So I
Screeching
mean, Thor
monkey.
knew like the whole universe with Thor and all that stuff. They knew about Guardians of the Galaxy. They knew about the other planets and all that stuff. So that's not.
I don't mind the interconnect. It just maybe I just don't understand Thor. I never really liked Thor. It was just too far out there for me.
Thor is kind of like the more unsuccessful like Marvel movie out of all of them.
Neither one of them were good.
Yeah, I didn't like the
I
first one
like
really.
the
I
second
don't
one. The second one wasn't terrible.
But
First one
you
was
just
not
you
good.
have to say though that
As far
Marvel
as I'm concerned.
with the Marvel movies, they've come a long way from the first Iron Man movie.
What? The first Iron Man is one of the best
It was.
ones.
It
I know,
was.
just said, but they've still come a long way. Like they're
Like
I
I
thought
said,
you were talking about original Iron Man, like the one from
oh, no.
way back.
No,
I'm talking
no,
like
Robert
no, like I was
Robert
talking,
Downey Jr.
Yeah, no,
Iron
Robert
Man.
Downey Jr.
Like they've come, they've done a really good job.
Well, I was talking to Matt about because we just watched Doctor Strange, and Marvel has this formula: this hero, reluctantly becoming what he is. They tell him this thing he can't do. He has to do that thing to win.
Well,
it's the same.
No.
It's dead on every
No,
time.
no,
It's
but-
fine. They do a good job, but
but,
that's what it is.
Doctor Strange had a different formula because if you watch like Captain America,
Bullshit.
no, if you watch like Captain America and stuff like that, he's already became like he was great. Like he took his serum and he was great.
What?
But like
No, they didn't believe him. And then he said, "Don't go in there and save all those people." He went in and saved all those people. Now he's a hero.
No, but
they
like-
just kind of.
But like Doctor Strange,
do.
he got his ass kicked in his first fight. He didn't know anything he was doing, and he used his wit to beat those first guys. But if you watch like Iron Man, like he just
Well, but okay, he had his gigantic actual iron suit. And
yeah,
he
like
didn't
if,
do
but,
well.
but
It
if
was
you
a
like
total
watch
mess
Captain
compared to
America,
the other
like the
ones.
beginning of Captain America, he just beating up soldiers. He did hundreds of battle. Like first, like he was a joke, but when he got into combat, yeah, he was successful. He didn't have that many scratches. He threw a shield around. But like if you watch Doctor Strange, he literally just gets his ass kicked. Like the first fight scene, like the only way he won is because he used his wit with the door.
So Ant-Man did the same thing.
Yes, it's similar. Yeah, like he. But like, all
right, got him.
Okay,
That's
all
right.
right.
It's not exactly
it's
cookie
not
cutter.
bad.
It's
It's
not
just-
exactly cookie cutter. Some movies
it's
have
a-
similar.
They tend to do the same thing because it's successful.
Yeah.
And then DC tries to do something that just like you're pushing, keep it somewhat. I mean, I guess we're trying to.
The big problem with the Thor movies was that I think when they made the first Thor movie, it was kind of like, well, we kind of got to introduce the character, so let's just throw something out there, and
but okay,
just to
think
get
of-
him out there.
God, I hate using Christopher Nolan because I am such a fanboy for him. But the Batman Begins was a fantastic way to do it. So there's just different ways.
They were just introducing Thor, so he was ready for the Avenger movies.
Yeah.
That's all that.
stepping stone.
Yeah, exactly.
So hopefully this one's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah, I mean,
You'll have to convince me to go see it just because I'm just not a Thor.
We're gonna go see it.
I think
Anyway,
it's
all
gonna
right, let's get on to the big one before we're pushing time now.
We're running
Really?
pretty long.
I told
feel
Matt
like.
that this was going to go a long time.
No, it is.
Star Wars trailer.
it was awesome.
So everyone watched it here.
I
right?
watched like
I did.
part of it.
What?
I didn't have
All right,
sound.
get out of
Part
here.
of it, it's
Go
2
out of the
minutes
room.
long. What were you doing that you couldn't?
It's
stay
time
for
for
2
Jerry
minutes?
to come to an
He
end.
was masturbating for the other minute,
Oh, yeah.
so he couldn't see the whole 2 minutes.
But he goes
Masturbate.
blind while he masturbates.
The first minute just overwhelmed
Oh,
me. He
I
decided to go.
got too hot from watching the
Too much red.
Yeah, too hot from the very beginning part of Star Wars. I had to go jerk it
No,
off.
it was.
Dead Leia from behind.
Oh.
Incredible.
Oh,
So good.
CG. You think that's her real corpse
No,
there?
got her propped up.
Too soon.
Jesus, man! At least make the strings invisible. She's just like tapping on buttons.
No strings on
Oh,
me.
come on, man.
No. What I was gonna say is, I was talking with a buddy that we work with about how we hope that it doesn't turn into what The Force Awakens did, which was fine, just an ode to the original trilogy. And they had that shot with the walkers, which was super like Empire Strikes Back, just nearly dead on. So we hope it doesn't do that same thing where it's like, oh, we still love the old series, so we got to pay homage to it no matter what. But the line with Luke and his crisis
I was
of
about to say that
of
when
his faith
Justin brought about that line.
I hope they don't undersell
The big-
that. I hope
yeah.
it's a true, like maybe the Jedi aren't.
Yeah,
what we
I
thought they
hope.
were.
Maybe, what I'm saying, what him and I were talking about. Hope it could be possible that what if Luke doesn't train what's her face to be a Jedi, but to actually
to just tap
Be
into
a
the Force.
person.
yeah tap into the Force
That'd be cool.
to stop Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Because the Jedi way.
Well, it's not going to be Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren is still this ambiguous in the middle. We don't know what the hell's gonna. It's going to be Snoke.
Yeah, but
and
if you watch like the other Star Wars movies, the Jedi way is not to kill, but maybe Luke's
They
gonna say,
kill.
okay, we can't go the Jedi route. Go
Well, no,
freaking.
I think the problem with the Jedi stuff is it creates these two polar opposites, and one feeds off the
Exactly.
other. no
So
matter
what if he says that there's no more Jedi? He's going to teach you to use the Force.
Right, maybe
the
maybe
big-
the Jedi
the big
only
thing-
creates evil as opposed. I mean, it's an interesting way to look at it, and I know there's arguments either way, but it's definitely different. And I'm glad that they're going
I'm
that
excited
way. I
to see
hope
what
they're
they're
going
doing
that way.
that way.
Yeah.
The big thing about like Luke as a whole, even in the books, I know the books don't hold as much like
Well, they're
you know,
not canon.
relevance as
Well,
they,
are you reading any of the new ones? Because they're coming out.
They
all
are,
the time.
I am reading, but with Luke in the old books, he's never been like light or like, you know, he's always been that kind of middle ground. Like he's used so many different abilities of like both the Sith and the light force. Like he's used force lightning before, and so this it's kind of paying homage to that just whole thing within the books, because they have, you know, throughout the whole movie series, the new movie series, they have been paying a little bit of homage to the books. But so from this, you know, I'm kind of getting that it's going to be kind of like more of like a gray Jedi Force. We're talking like where they're more middle ground. It's more they're more in like in they're more tied into with everything that's going on. They're not trying to bring peace per se. You know, they're trying to, you know, bring justice. And justice doesn't always end like with good outcomes per se.
I just hope it's not like, Kylo abandoned me and now I'm upset about it, so I'm abandoning the Jedi. I hope it's not some petty, simple shit like that. I want it to be much bigger than that.
I think
Hopefully
that's what most people are hoping for. I think the big thing that makes me mad with the whole Kylo thing is they're not letting him keep the mask. You know, he's not going to have the
that's
mask.
not... okay, they showed it broken. That might be one of the last shots or something. I'm betting he's still going to have a mask.
You could remake
it could be just a different type of mask.
Like
kind of rebirth.
That was like one of my big, like, you know, like discrepancies with the first the first new movie is him taking off the mask. You know, I liked him better as a character without a face. You know, villain without a face.
But that humanized him right there.
Yeah.
They might have done that consciously to make you think, okay, I know this guy's face. He's a person. That might be easier transition back to the light.
With like our whole idea that maybe Rey's going to be dark side and
Kylo's
going to be light
crazy.
side.
We're pushing our fan fiction.
That would be silly.
Ray Palpatine, dude.
I'm already telling you, Jar Jar Binks is the real Snoke.
He's the silver.
Bounty Hunter Jar Jar Binks.
And if they follow the same formula that we were just talking about as the old movies, we're going to find out who Snoke is. This one, which is nice because we have no fucking idea. Even Ryan Johnson had that little thing.
Everybody's, you know how everybody's
your Snoke
saying,
theories suck.
Yeah, Snoke is actually playing.
Mace Windu is Snoke.
Yeah.
Many different I would be really disappointed if it was Plagueis.
I hope he's just someone new. He can be someone new.
Because if it was Plagueis, it's
if
like,
he's new, though, it'll take a little bit away from it, I think.
I don't know. Everything doesn't have to be tied into the old stuff. Like
people love that.
They're obsessed with this idea of intertwining the family stuff, and they have that already. You don't need to just keep pounding in old characters to... You know, you could have new characters.
They had the bridge with Hans, and then they kind of let the new generation go.
Well, we don't even know who Daisy Ridley is yet.
Right.
Since she's related to somebody.
She's definitely
a Kenobi?
Kenobi. I have a strong feeling.
That might be the case, but she's definitely tied in family-wise.
Strong with this one.
It's something. So they have multiple
there
tie-ins with family and then redemption, which is a thing that they do a lot.
You see the thing, apparently they're a Kenobi standalone movie?
No, it's Han Solo.
It's Han Solo.
Both.
There was both. They're using...
There was talk of both.
Yeah, there was talk of using, what's his face from the other 1, 2, and 3.
What's Ewan McGregor?
Yeah, they're going to use him. He was
I liked him.
Apparently he was up for it. I was like, oh, that's going to be cool.
Pretty interesting.
I don't know how about the Han Solo thing, but the Kenobi story, because there's a huge arc between the Clone Wars.
Well, in the books, they don't matter anymore. So.
Well, but that doesn't mean they can't pull stuff from that, you know.
Yeah, but there's all kinds of stuff about him in the Clone Wars and all that. So I'd be interested to see that. That'd be cool.
Well, like it also ties in with like, you know, it'd be great if they brought in characters from that, you know, the Disney show / Cartoon Network, like Ahsoka, Anakin's apprentice.
There's a book of Ahsoka. Being an adult and being like ridiculous.
Well, she is the Grey Jedi. Yeah. She's like the personification of.
Which I hope they do make that canon, because
like
the Grey Order is
betrayed
like really
by
cool.
the Jedi Order, you know, just by like the whole war, like political and stuff.
Judging
like that.
everything, each situation on its own merits, not.
Yeah.
It's either good or bad.
Yeah.
Damn, I lost my train of thought. I wonder what I was going to say.
I'm sorry.
It was pretty stupid, actually.
So I wonder if in The Last Jedi, if we're going to see the spirits or the presence of Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Anakin. Like, have they been there the whole time, mentoring Luke and helping him along? Because that's supposed to be an immortality thing, right?
Yeah, it's
Well, they ascend,
once you
They
ascend to
They
the
become more
Force,
powerful
the
than
Force
you
is
possibly
everything.
are.
Right.
The Force is everyone. It's everything. You know, you're always there, pretty much. And I mean, I don't know. It'd be kind of cheesy to bring them back into it. I don't know, but
It depends on how they do it. I mean,
yeah.
if obviously Luke, I mean, there were shots of him. You know, they talked about him going to find the original Jedi temples, and they show shots of what looks like a temple
Yeah.
on fire. So they could touch into old Jedi and all that stuff. They even showed the books with the Jedi or the is it the Jedi logo on it? Yeah, the old books on the that like root shelf. One person touches it and it has like the original insignia of the Jedi.
You're talking about Starkiller? His
Oh, God.
insignia?
No, not Star.
Is it the one?
Starkiller's not in this goddamn.
It's the one with
man, if he
the.
was the,
It's it looks like that.
That's the Starkiller symbol.
Maybe it's
That's
a
his,
reference.
that's his lineage symbol
Jesus
of his
Christ,
house.
Starkiller.
he
Can
comes
you
in,
imagine?
throws.
That game is
Battle
still relevant.
Destroyers.
Shut up. The game is still relevant.
Daisy Ridley
That's
is
so good.
Starkiller.
That game is
Oh,
great,
shit.
dude. That game.
Colliding Death Stars, dude. It's
Oh,
awesome.
We
so
don't even
good.
talk about the. Sorry, Lisa. We don't even talk about the second game. The first game was amazing.
Pile of
Okay.
shit. The first one was great.
Second
Yeah,
game.
a lot of hopes. I'm sure it'll be
Yeah.
good. And then we have to let dipshit from Jurassic World
Hey,
take
Wait,
over.
didn't they just announce the
What?
new Battlefield
Yeah.
game too? Yeah.
And that one
Battlefront 2.
follows a special forces from the Empire side.
That's
That
just
looks
cool.
interesting.
That actually looks pretty cool.
Oh, here we go. You guys are gonna get it.
Oh no,
No, absolutely
not.
not.
If it's anything like the first game, I
No,
will.
apparently there's supposed to be. God damn it.
How many
Nathan!
times are you gonna
Stop
do it,
stacking
Nate?
them. I got this.
No, let me stack
Let
it.
the fuck
Let
out.
Daddy handle it, Nathan.
You're gonna get
so-
you're gonna get a spanking.
So, anything else on movies?
They're all
I think we're
empty.
pretty.
Yeah,
Any
movie's good.
TV shows? Anybody?
Stranger Things too.
Oh yeah, that actually looks pretty exciting with the octopus-looking Demogorgon thing in the distance.
Yeah.
That looks awesome. Matt and I are watching House of Cards. I would strongly recommend it. Incredibly written.
I also
Kevin
hear-
Spacey.
I finally convinced Hunter to watch
Kevin
it.
Spacey is awesome. So it's,
I learned
it's
Have
to-
you guys seen the intro trailer for Stranger Things too? Just like
Yeah.
but they should. Okay,
the
yeah.
Ghostbusters thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
It looks great. Like
Sure.
the new her 11's new like hairdo
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks
looks
pretty
cool.
cool.
How about Voltron? Anybody
What?
watching that?
Whoa.
Legendary
Live action?
Thunder?
Remade.
They're
Or-
remaking Voltron.
No, they already
They already
did with the
did.
Oh, did they?
animators from
From
Last
Avatar.
Airbender.
Hey, wait.
Legend.
Really?
Wait.
Yeah,
It's on Netflix.
You know what Voltron is?
Voltron.
It's an
The
old ass
robot?
cartoon.
it's an '80s.
It's a bunch of tigers that
A bunch of
That
animals all
fuse
joined
together.
form into a giant robot
Space
suit.
tiger.
What's the goddamn dude? Where's my car? Is it? What is it? What do they say?
it's a bunch of Japs. Okay, and they
Jesus, we cut it with the Japs.
Sorry,
No.
all you
Zoltan.
Japs that are
Zoltan.
listening
What do
to
they
this.
say? Is that what it is? Okay, that's what I keep imagining it. Good, say it.
Voltron.
Zoltan.
Voltron.
Zoltan.
Every time you say Zoltan, all I can think of is Power Rangers and the stupid robot that goes, "Aye,
Hey,
All right, so what is this?
Alpha.
I know
Alpha?
nothing about.
aye!"
I don't know.
dude.
I have no idea what the
Alpha.
Oh, that shit.
Alpha,
Oh,
Alpha,
okay,
Alpha.
sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
but
it's
no, they're in their
Transformers.
second season,
Sort
They
of.
are.
It's
on
like the first
Netflix.
Transformers. If
and
Transformers
it's
combined.
fantastic. And that's all I have to say about it.
Robot
Just-
suit.
Sure.
Voltron.
Oh, there are people in there?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like this.
It's like
them
Power
Zoid
Rangers
stuff.
Zords.
It's like Power Rangers, but better.
Dude, you're losing.
They're
You just
flying.
keep
They're
going
flying
down.
mechanical
forget you didn't have a
tigers around in
child.
space, and then the tigers can come together to create like a humanoid,
Yeah, I showed him
giant
a picture
robot,
of it.
Sure.
like a Gundam.
All those
looking
things
thing.
were separate
Oh,
creatures.
okay, cool.
Like the feet.
Sure.
It was the
Yeah.
body, the head, the head, the arms, and the feet.
The body and the
Sounds
head were
neat.
the same thing. There's only 5 of them. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them was the penis. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
And-
that was
well,
the
that was-
sword.
That was
That's
the primary
sword.
weapon.
Yeah.
Just hump them in
It
the
just
feet.
went, and it came out and they took it out.
How did it go?
Some kind of
Matt's
just
favorite
a different kind of white oil shot out of it,
Yeah.
blinding the enemy.
Yeah, that's
She gets
that was
mad
their
at you.
move.
She leaves.
It's a girl enemy? Are you assuming it's gender?
Assuming that it's getting pumped in the face. is what I'm
Ooh.
assuming. All right, so I had any internet tales that you guys stumbled upon. If you guys want to talk about anything like that,
What
because
the Facebook thing? You see about that stuff?
yeah, that's just fucking terrible. We don't want to get into stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Talking more.
Can you explain the dollar on the wall?
Gaming related.
Oh, okay.
Why
Yeah,
is
we'll,
there
we'll
no-
just skip the internet since we're running out of time. So the
Yeah.
dollar on the wall was okay. How did
For everybody that can't see it, which is all of you,
There's a dollar
they
taped to
have
the
just
wall.
a dollar on the wall.
just taped,
no pictures,
taped crudely
just a
with
dollar.
masking tape,
and
to
it's
the
not
wall.
even straight; it's crooked.
Well, the
So
bill is it's like
It's like
the
folded
American
funny.
flag.
Yeah,
in-
why
in
is the
flight,
what?
you know?
Why?
But it's crooked.
Okay, so what happened was I was just being an idiot, like I normally am, and I think I made a bet.
I bet Hunter that because he was like testing his flexibility.
Yeah, you were stretching, I was stretching. We were
Oh
doing
boy,
something.
here we go.
Yeah, go ahead. You can keep going. I don't
And
remember
then-
as well as you do apparently.
Hunter was
Try not to
testing his
remember.
flexibility. I'm like, Hunter, I'll bet you $1 if you can lick your toe. Because I didn't think he could do it because he was looking like a jackass while he was stretching out.
Not flexible enough.
But he licked his toe.
Sure enough, I got that son of a
And
bitch in
he
there.
had it on his wall.
So
for
I
a few
claimed the
seconds.
dollar as a rivalry stake
You
between
taped it
the
onto your
Peters
wall.
and Melanie and I.
Yeah, it
my
was over
girlfriend
there.
Melanie.
It was on the
So I
other
had
wall.
it. So it was a matter of me trying to give them a bet to match. So it should always escalate. It shouldn't be too nasty. I said I would eat like a plate full of hair spaghetti.
No,
To get it back.
that's
Jokingly.
not-
Hair, mom
No.
spaghetti?
Yeah,
You
Slim
had a
Shady.
chance to win it back the other night, but I forget what we said. But
How did you
said
get it
that.
back? Both toes?
I licked both toes.
Both toes.
You guys
So
are
now,
into some freaky
okay.
shit.
Well, the idea is that we rotate who does something.
Yeah.
So now
Is it
Melanie.
always like toe related?
No,
Is
No.
that just
it
like
can
the
be
theme
anything.
for the week?
It
no,
can be anything.
we did bet something the other day, but Melanie turned it down. But I forget what it was.
It doesn't matter. As soon as we get that $1 back and bet Matt on something, he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
Because he's.
Gonna
I
be
mean, look
forever,
at-
forever.
He's
Look
numb
at
to
him.
fun over there.
He just can't handle it. Just
I
lick
mean-
a toe, dude.
You lick my toe.
I could just rip the.
All right, I already, okay, if Melanie gets it back, you have to chew off one of Bridget's toenails.
No, ew.
That's-
Is that too far?
That's too
That's
far.
You're licking
That's
toes.
gross. Not
Well,
chewing nails
Licking and
off.
chewing is different.
Yeah, but my feet were clean.
Yeah, she cleans her toenails. She keeps them in check, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
no, but he's
You don't
not
have any
going
talons
anywhere.
down there, do you?
No. He's not going anywhere near my feet. That's
All right,
gross.
Aggravated feet.
No, this isn't about you. Jesus,
Nate, can you walk?
You alright?
But,
You
uh,
have
I'll
too
suck
many?
your toes, dude. Is
What's
that what this is about?
No,
You
we're
want
talking
a dollar?
about biting
Yeah,
your
$1?
dollar?
Have
Yeah,
another
dude.
shock top, man.
That dollar.
I'll do it. I don't even need the dollar, dude.
Please?
He does it and rips it in
Please
half.
let me
and
Did I
throws
just
it away.
suck your toe?
Sucking toe.
Just let me suck that
Christ.
delicious toe.
Ooh, will you eat a spider for $1?
Fuck yeah. I would.
All right.
Find me a spider.
Wait, it's
Really?
just any
You could
spider?
literally be
Any
the
spider.
first spider eater in our
Yeah.
No, I
You
play
know,
against
you know what that
spider eaters all
coinc-
the time online.
Is it just any spider? Like it doesn't. I get the pick the
Handpicked.
spider.
Handpicked.
hand roasted
Hand
spider.
spider.
I'll eat a spider.
No, but
Let's
this
boil
was
it.
supposed to be within the apartment betting.
So grab a spider and they tell them to drive out here. to
Yeah,
get a
just
spider.
let me live here for like a couple of days.
What if there's no spiders?
How
then
about we
I'll
go
eat
to
a spider.
the main dish? Get some kitty litter in here.
Some kitty litter crunch.
Oh,
Yeah,
key litter
Some
crunch.
milk.
Alex's
How
favorite
about
breakfast.
that? it's just so tangy and.
It's so gross.
Tangy?
How do you know?
How would it be I mean, I wouldn't. I guess.
Are you the expert on eating cat
I
litter?
guess I don't know shit.
We have honey nut litter in the cabinet.
For me? Did you get it
Yeah.
specifically for me?
That's how
Well,
hot
what's
it
the
is.
the best ratio for milk in kitty litter? Because it's going to absorb a
It's like
shitload.
2/3. You got to get the crystal.
Okay, so how much milk
We're-
does it take to
We're
actually
talking like
float?
half a gallon of
What
milk.
kind
It
of
would
milk
take
though?
a lot.
Wait,
of
What
like
kind
milk.
of milk though?
Like a big bowl though. No, it's about the litter.
No,
You
like
gotta
a
get-
reasonable bowl of cereal
like-
full of kitty litter, but how much
No,
milk would it take to finally...
Alex is okay with just there not being milk. Like he just kind of like he knows
Kind of
that
like
the
a
kitty
kid
litter-
snack. You like throw
Yeah.
like kids
Yeah.
eat Cheerios off
Yeah.
their toddler.
But there's
Good
no
for your
more-
cholesterol.
But there's milk already in it, so it's like each bite is like flavor blasted with milk and
Flavor
kitty,
blasted.
and kitty shit.
It's lumpy.
Yeah.
Oops, all marshmallows.
all spider eggs.
Oh, just eating shit.
Did you see that post?
Oh, God.
Somebody photoshopped a Captain Crunch thing.
It was spider
But
eggs.
instead of crunch berries, it was spider eggs, and they put like a bunch of spiders on the boxes. Oops, all spider eggs.
Incredible.
No, okay.
All right, close us out.
No, hold on. I wanted to
Hold
do one
on,
more
we
thing.
gotta try this cookie
What?
butter live.
Yeah, we'll do
What?
the live cookie butter tasting. My question was, who
You're not gonna
uses
smell
bath
it.
mats?
I know.
Bath mats?
Yeah.
Don't
You
smell
have
it.
one?
Matt does.
I'll get there.
What?
What do you
You talking about the plastic thing inside the bathtub?
Yeah.
Make sure you don't fall?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got one.
What?
Yeah, I'm not old and I can hold my
See,
balance,
okay,
so I'm
that was my
okay.
point. I live with the oldest 27-year-old in the world. Everything
I'm-
he has is old.
I'm 28.
We're talking, about,
Okay.
we're talking about the guy that looks like Reed Richard with his fucking hair.
Oh!
I don't know who that is.
Really?
Fantastic
Mr.
Four?
Fantastic? The dude that stretches from the Fantastic Four.
That's the opposite of that.
That's
Because, like,
fantastic.
I got into the
Dude,
shower today and
I know
I'm
what you're
shutting
talking
down. I'm like, ooh, what is this? Matt left his stupid bath mat down. I'm surprised his walker wasn't still in there. It's just such an old person
He
thing
just
to
has
do.
one
It's
of those-
bizarre.
I
I
did
remember
this
the time
fucking-
when he like had a scare in the bathtub and he like fell over or something.
Well, no, that's because
Yeah,
Matt
that
shitting. He
was-
was blowing
No,
over
dude,
and he was in the toilet.
he shit himself so hard that he passed out.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah, that's what
No,
happened.
it wasn't.
All right,
That's
let me tell the
just
story.
That's our
starting
team lead, everybody.
Also, we're about to try, what is this shit?
Cookie butter.
Cookie butter. No idea what it is.
Sponsored by Trader Joe's. We're not sponsored by them, but we want to be.
And
Okay.
Shock Top.
And
Oh, nice. I actually did this right.
And
Alright,
job.
try the
Alright,
milk.
then.
Yingling.
All right, just
Isn't
just
this a
dump the milk.
very
It
England thing?
tastes.
No, it's good. Just
Yeah, I
quit
know.
smelling it.
You're putting your
No.
smelling. It's not England.
It
It's
tastes-
good.
It tastes like
Eat it. It'll change your
tastes like
life.
gingerbread.
I promise.
Oh, nice.
It's
Take a dip.
delicious.
Don't spoil it.
Well,
Let 'em
Take a
feel
dip.
it.
Pass
I'm
it
gonna
around.
have
Oh
some.
man,
I
I
can
just
already
tried
know
it.
it tastes like.
What-
It tastes like
talking over
gingerbread.
each other.
There,
Holy shit.
there we go.
Mel's missing out, man.
You
I bet
should.
she
I
is.
can leave this here. I got one at home.
Are we gonna do a
Well,
1,
leave
2,
it at my
3?
house.
I bought an extra
No,
one.
don't let it stay at Jerry's.
You
It'll
bought
be-
an extra one?
What?
Oh yeah.
Just take
I
a big
bought
sip.
an extra one.
You're right.
Okay.
Not bad.
Hold on.
right?
Let me search
Yeah?
my feelings.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, you like that? Don't
No,
you?
it's a cereal.
No.
Tastes like a
Peanut
ginger.
butter?
No.
He's like a peanut butter connoisseur.
It's
He has
good.
to smell it
golden
and-
golden grams. What are they called?
Yeah. No. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right.
I'm on the right
That-
track.
you are.
Hu-
And it's
honey
graham
grams, maybe?
crackery. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that's incredible.
This is
Are we
really
allowed to
good.
double dip?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
ahead.
go ham, dude.
What are you?
I wouldn't have done that.
The other side of the spoon?
But
Oh,
Let the
yeah.
record show Hunter dipped in the end of the spoon.
That didn't have my
And it's
nasty
not even
saliva
it's
all
not
over
even
it.
like a flat spoon. It's like a rod that he
Yeah.
tried to dip in, like a chopstick.
And I suckled it off.
And you didn't really get anything, and now you're tonguing it, and it's kind of turning you on a little bit, but not really.
I don't know. This is pretty good though.
All this talk about feet licking.
Yeah.
I'm a little randy.
No, dude, fro licking.
I need some
Fro
chrome
licking.
shaft.
Fro
in my mouth.
All right, Hunter, talk us out.
Talk us out. All right. Any
Do we
closing
have a-
thoughts about this entire endeavor? Relatively
We
successful.
should do this
Bye.
again.
I liked it.
Buy a shirt.
Yeah.
We don't have shirts
Buy a
yet.
shirt.
but
No, I don't know. I mean, we'll go through this and see
Yeah.
if anybody responds to this at all, which I
review
doubt.
review us.
Yeah, feel free to leave
Yeah,
comments,
leave comments
on the
and we
YouTube
will
page.
look at them. Thanks, man.
No, we'll
For
look at them
Off-Target
because there's going to be
Studios
zero.
YouTube
Don't
page.
forget, I don't know how to read, so make sure your comments have
Just
pictures.
face the wall, Jerry. All right, so this has been Offcast, our inaugural and probably final podcast.
First and last.
Yeah. So
Fantastic.
join us again. We'll probably at least be doing a couple more
Maybe
That-
shorter.
before we label this
realize-
dead in the water.
Right.
But yeah, thanks for anybody else have anything?
Do we have a jingle on our way out?
Be-doop-bop-boop-boop-boop-boop.